What's good? What's good?
Alright.
We're gonna be talking about Western Zhao invasion, top 5 moments. Got a bunch of my homies here. Got Twale, the Hater or J Will, live
Let's
via
go.
satellite, Cass Noya, even though no one calls him Cass Noya, and Wallow, who I've never talked to before, but I've seen him in Brago streams. So, what's up, guys? How y'all doing?
What's up?
Y'all having a fine day today?
Right now, taking a quick break before I go back to work. I'm chilling though, man.
Hey, that's what's up.
I'm just kicking.
I wish I could fucking have discussions while on work.
No, I can't. I really can't. It's just more so I'm just abusing my privilege right now because I know it don't really hurt me too much. So I'm doing this for like 5 minutes and I'm going back.
I feel you. So, Twale, do you want to list your top 5 moments first since you have to go like soonish?
Yeah, I'll go first. All right, so for number 5, in my top 5, I'm gonna pick the Shin.
The Shin?
Gakure moment.
Oh, the Shin Gakure moment?
Just the one shot. It was just awesome, man. It was the whole lead up to it where Shin was just stanced up, just meditating or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Gakurei's bloodlusted, charge of that shit, and then just wham. Get the Oki, you know what I'm saying? Get the Oki panel, then my man's body is in the air. That was an awesome moment in Kingdom, especially in this last arc.
Yeah. The way he fucking just like stood there, eyes closed, he was meditating like you said, ready for that shit. That was pretty dope. And then of course the Oki moment. We got many more to come, but that was a nice start.
Yeah. Are we going like everybody is their number 5, or we just one person goes and then
we're gonna have everyone say their number 5s, but you can just go 5-1 since you're gonna leave.
No, I got time. That's what I got time. So okay. Somebody can give their 5.
I'll go ahead and go because I don't know. I'm gonna be in and out. My number 5. This is mainly for Junkin. This is mainly for Junkins and Cass.
Oh boy,
is my boy Hokin pulled up and froze the whole. Hey, listen, y'all can say what you want. Listen, my man pulled up. And you seen the fear, and everybody get shook. All he did was pull up and yell, and the whole battle stopped. That right there, what you call power.
Hey, my girl Shuri wasn't shook though. She saw that, and she's like, "Oh, this head's mine. Let's go."
And then what happened? Then as she was going there, what happened?
People came, and she's like, "All right, too many people now. Better get up out of here."
She got killed. I think I might be the only one without a lot of Shin shit in my top 5.
Shin
I don't have a lot of
Shin in my top 5.
The only one.
Shin isn't actually in my top 5, but yeah, we'll see.
My number 5 is the moment when we seen what's his name, Rinku, pull up by himself in the enemy camp and walked off with one of them commander heads.
It's just this arc, right? The current arc.
Huh? Oh
yeah,
shit, my bad.
It's just the current arc. Yeah.
Just this current arc, damn, top 5 moments in this one.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Hey, go ahead. Someone go ahead. Now I gotta reevaluate.
Right. I'll jump in. I'll say mine at number 5, I think I'm gonna go with the Archer brothers. When
Ooh.
Yeah, that's 5.
When
the shotgun arrows?
You know what I mean? Yeah,
I was just about to say, which brother, Tan or Jin?
No.
We talking Red
Zhao General's name. I'm talking about. Yeah, I was just thinking about this Zhao General's name. The one
Kinmo.
Keisha.
I guess you can include both.
When Kinmo was trying to kill 10, you know what I mean? When he was going after 10.
Yeah.
And then we got to that point where Jin was about to be killed. You know, the dude had the spear like right to his neck.
You try to tackle a fucking horse.
Yeah. He was
not
tackling
tried. He did
and stuff.
That shit was wild.
That was good. But then when we see Tan come with that shot, man, it's crazy. It's like it just showed so much power. I was just so surprised. Like I was actually
that shot was godly. That shot was mad godly.
Yeah, up to that point when he was shooting at the walls in Retsubi, and
we already knew because he was making cracks in the walls and shit.
Yeah, I mean, but his power was just what was off the charts with that.
Yeah, nothing could have prepared us for the Kamehameha beams. No one was ready. Not a single person.
That's what it was. It was Kamehameha. And then for him to take out Kimno, basically he took a general's head at that point. And, you know, at the same time, save 10. That whole scene was just crazy for me. Like, seeing 10 get shot and stuff like that. I was, like, shocked that we even went that far, you know?
For real?
It was good. So,
That
whole moment, that whole section right there was pretty hot for me.
Alright. You want to go, Kaz?
Yeah, sure. My number 5 is also Encountering Origins, where he's like, after he figured it out, but when he starts to attack, when Ori starts to surround him, and he just makes the whole Great Crane formation while in the middle of battle, even Roboco's battle. That was pretty dope.
I agree. I think I'll talk about it some more since it's in my top 5. I just love how casual he was about everything. Like, he's like, oh, so it's kind of easy to see once you think about it this way. Like, he's such a fucking troll that you don't even know if he's trolling or if that's just his like fucking stoic personality. And the way it was described, like, it sounded so OP. Like, this was like the pinnacle of maneuvering, and for him to just figure it out on the spot like that, it was fucking insane. Basically, just confirmation that Osin's that nigga.
I thought we'd be that 3 chapters.
I'm about to say Osin the GOAT.
Yep.
She'll play a part in my top 5 twice, and it ain't even involving. It's involving her, but it's not her. It's Yatunwa and her set. The damn king, the Fugo king, when that moment when let Cuz chop him across his chest and didn't even block him, and he said, "You too weak." That moment, I said, "Yo, this."
Bro, I love that moment.
I said she got these crazy dudes surrounding her. Then they all want the opportunity to be with her, and she just got them riding for the cause.
He's such a troll too. Like, the first thing he said was like, you know, I would rape her, but she's too strong. And then he was talking about his balls before that. He's like, even my balls shriveled up. Like, this man's such a fucking troll. Like, you know, he was gonna do something like that to fucking, what was that guy's name? Torque.
Yo, that Fugo King something serious, and he just every time he on scene, he do something funny, and it's in such an over manly way, bro. That shit, it's just a good character aspect to have to someone on that side, bro. I just like his character.
Fully agree. All right, so my number 5 moment is Chogaryu's last stand. And I feel like this is a really good way to display Chogaryu's resolve. And what really made it awesome for me is that Chogaryu's the type that never lets the enemy's blade like reach him. And it seems like he laughs at it too, like he's a fucking troll. Because when he was running away from Shin and Kyokai, like, he gave him the troll face. He was smiling at them, like, he's like, y'all thought y'all could reach me? Like, that's funny. But the fact that someone like him that's like spent his entire military life like running, and then he's just ready to face the music now because of what his old master said to him. Like, he was ready to give up everything. And then the speech he gave when he was fighting Shin, like, he actually put up a fucking beastly performance. He was like low diffing Shin until Shin went Oki mode on him. It just showed his resolve in a fucking really awesome way, and he went out like a beast.
Yeah, true that.
There's a lot of beastly deaths in this shit.
Good stuff. All right, so is it my number 4 now?
Yep.
All right, so for number 4, I have Moten. Not him saving the left wing, even though I do think that was like it was a great moment, but just him toying with Kisui with just his 5,000 men, getting Kisui to chase after him. You know what I'm saying? Turning around, catching everybody off guard, and going back, killing more people, running away. Like the whole setup that led to Mako's wave formation. That's what I have as my number 4. Just because we have never seen, like, this is one of the few times we've actually seen Moten get busy, and to see him, you know what I'm saying, to see him really like dominate the board against what he had 5,000 against 30, so that's what 6 times the number. Just to see him get busy like that is just a great moment. So
and then I have
that as my number 4.
The way, like, before that happened, he's like, you don't need to tell me shit. Like, I got this. Just wait for the results. And then at the end with the Mobu parallel, the hunting grounds shit, I fucked with it.
Yeah, I like it. You know what I didn't like though about Moten? He did not get no kill this arc. That was not cool.
Yeah, what'd you say?
Gotta give Moten a kill.
He said he didn't get a kill.
But his finesse was god tier. I ain't gonna care.
Yeah, I was just about to say
god tier finesse. I said Jesus.
That's a fact.
Yo, that was so
twice this arc. You know, it's crazy.
Shoot, Osin didn't get a kill. Conky didn't get a kill. but they still
Yeah,
goats.
I'm just
It's
saying
like,
for like these guys.
I
But
wanted to see him like kill
even if it's
Bate or
not
something.
even if it's not Moten himself doing it, you know what I mean? He could have had his dude Rikusen or whatever.
Yeah.
He could have been like, because that's obviously his might, right? So he should
That
have been
dude is
able to
stronger
take
than
somebody
I
out.
thought.
Rikusen?
You know?
Yeah, he's pretty
That
strong.
Yeah.
is that the dude that's under Kisui name?
No,
Who's
that's
the-
Bate. That's Bate.
who's that guy who's under Kisui? That dude is stronger than I thought because he's still alive and kicking. Bro, the man ain't no joke, bro. The man's serious.
I knew he was a beast ever since he was like tangled with Shin to begin with when they first met.
That man's serious.
But yeah, who wants to go next?
I'll go next. So, for me, it's more so a surprise, but it was. Is where Boku pulled up and killed old dude in the beginning of the war. That right there was something
Damn
because
it.
I would.
That was my number 4.
That was my
I
four,
was about to say, that's why I said, damn it, because that was my number 3. On some
Bro, that was my number
That
one.
was my 4.
Listen.
That was definitely my 4 right there.
Listen. I ain't gonna cap. Listen, we all saw the
Assassin
pull up.
Roku.
We see a Boku with his people, OC with people. We think, okay, bet so another big war, or whatever. What chapter was? Next chapter, we see Boku on this horse pull up, really slay old dude with a quickness, like he was like easy, like he been doing this for his whole life. Then dip out. That was amazing to me because it caught everybody off guard. Nobody knew like what was up. It's like, hold on, that's Boku. You see him riding. All of a sudden, clap, dip.
His face was chilling too. Like when I looked at his face, I thought about him at the end of Kokyo saying, "I'm gonna kill Konki with my own hands." Like he was ready to fucking like bury some motherfuckers.
That's so
serious,
listen,
bro.
he was going for blood, and then too, you see everybody's reaction. Everybody was so caught off guard and just shook. They're like, "Hold on, that's Boku doing that? Hold up."
You
doing this himself? Like holy shit!
You really got to look at it. He only rode into about like 6 people, bro. When he did,
That's a fact. He pretty much went dolo and then dipped out. And I'm like, hold on, like this is how you roll. And then after that, I was waiting for him to do some more like hand to hand stuff. But of course, you know how this go. But still,
they're not gonna.
That's number
reveal
4. Yeah, ain't not, you know.
Shit,
That's number 4 though.
I put in another different 4 that I like since Twale was talking about the formations and the strategy. I'm gonna throw in a 4 like that too. You feel me? Goddamn. How Konki finessed and snuck them niggas in since the beginning, bro. Like
that was awesome.
That
bro.
was my 3. That's my 3. That's actually my 3. Oh, that's
but that
my
was
3.
Osen. That wasn't Konki. That was Osen.
Bro, I'm talking about. Remember how he got his men on the inside to start the fire and shit.
That was awesome.
That was
bro.
Osen. That was Osen's men, not
shit.
Konki.
Well, yeah. So Osen, hey, bro, look.
Hey, Konki was on the same thing, man. Don't worry.
Dude said for Osen Sama's victory.
Yeah, listen, that finesse was something. That was hard. That was hard. I ain't gonna lie.
Go
I like
to
shit like that. I like shit
Best
like
strategy
that. That
in the
shit
whole
hard.
fucking kingdom, man. Real shit. Best strategy in all of kingdom.
That shit was amazing. It's in my list. I'm gonna talk about it more in depth like later.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well, I'll go with a new 4. I'm gonna go with Osen having the balls to meet up with Roboku in the middle of the battle.
Shit.
Ooh.
You know,
Yeah, that's a big play.
I thought that was crazy, especially how he pretty much makes the proposition to him to basically join forces with him. So
Create the strongest nation of all time.
Nah, he pretty much told Roku, "Hey, listen." He said, "Listen. You can serve me and rule the world, or you can stay doing what you're doing and lose." Pretty much. That's what he told him.
Yes, but I just thought it was crazy.
Yeah,
I honestly like how he in this chapter didn't see Osen get promoted. I'm just wondering if like some of that news may have made it back to the capital, or if they'll just like have that promotion later.
Yeah,
But,
people told me about that.
I'm just wondering if that has an effect on it. You know what I'm saying?
If it does, then I think we
If it,
should
like,
get
got
info on
back
that
to
next chapter.
Nah, like we said in the other stream, Mobile wasn't officially announced as a great general after the coalition. We didn't know that Mobile was a great general until Toe was announced as the second great general. So it's like, I mean, listen, man. In Ocean, we trust, man. Fuck out of here. My man's won us for shit. I'm tired of people. He's not about to turn traitor. Like he's
Serious.
he's a
literally about
noble.
to
Like,
though. Come on.
Yeah.
He just waiting for the right
Those were some
opportunity.
crazy words in the middle
you
of the
don't think
battlefield. I
you don't
mean,
think the
real.
right opportunity would have been after niggas took out Real Fui and before Issei got power?
Nah, because
Nah.
Austin doesn't really have a big
It's-
army, to be honest.
Look,
but they kept
not
him under
not
check
even,
under yeah, they kept him in check by keeping him under Mogu and then keeping his army size like I think they kept
They
his
kept
army
him in
size
check,
such
or
not
did
you know what I mean?
he?
not
Yeah.
even just that.
Well,
Not even just that,
he
bro.
needs a
If you believe
Yeah.
Olsen is who you say he is, Twale, then you know the perfect opportunity ain't hit yet.
Yeah.
Well, it
I'm
came when he
saying
asked for Goku, but
before
that was
Issei,
about it.
no, I'm saying before Issei like became this like legendary king that saved Sai. Before, you know what I'm saying, before like he could have took out Real Fui if he wanted to. Like,
No, he couldn't. How
Yeah,
would
I
you?
mean, he could have, but it would have led to political complications because it doesn't like put him as the next in line or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, Austin doesn't
But
have
that's
real
my
power
thing.
though, aside from just
If
being a noble family.
Osen wanted to be king, why is he not trying to like gain political power?
No,
You know what I'm saying?
but
That should speak to something, man. Yo, in Osen we trust.
Twale, let me show you. Let me show you something real quick. Watch this. If he goes and does it that early, like you say, without them doing all this pushing so out of the picture. Now, say he goes and settles on where's he gonna go take his little land and his army and his nation? You feel me? Now, wherever he settles, he's in between nothing but enemies, and they're just gonna wipe him out at that point because they're gonna band together and do it.
So the smart thing would be to wait until after you unite everything, and now everybody's united against
Not
you.
everything, because you gotta think about this. What he's doing right now in this Zhou war, there's gonna be people who are gonna be like, "Fuck that! I'm siding with Osen." When he break off, he's showing, he's setting himself apart and looking like something that, yo. And then if he had someone like Reboku do come under him,
Yeah.
when they just be like, "Oh hell no, now we definitely going over there."
Reboku
Look at them
doesn't
two
have
brains.
Yeah, that would have been the perfect
Plus, I
scenario.
don't really think he's trying to take over. I think he's trying to have his own. You know what I mean? Start something from the ground up. Is the way it sounds.
Well, you
He
would
said he wants
think
to
if he
start
wants
his
to
own
be king,
kingdom.
it's because of the glory, and it would just be even more glory if he actually like unified because the king of whole China.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
we'll see.
All right.
He
But yeah,
building
Kaz,
his
give your
squad
number
up,
4.
building team.
Oh, my number 4 is the Right Wing Awakening. And Shin, I was reading Shin and Ohun giving their speech today, and like got me. Shin also got me more hyped than Ohun's, but that was pretty dope. And then how Chogari and Gyoen were shitting themselves in it, so that was pretty sick.
Is there anything
it
about
was
the
raw.
speech in particular that you liked?
Yeah, when Shin was like, "Oh, like when he's a great general and in a dire situation, he's gonna tell them that his whole army at that point, how these 8,000 like overcame Shukai Plains was pretty dope, and I am waiting for that."
Man,
Yeah.
it was dope to me how they heard it all the way on Moten's side. They heard that rumbling. They heard them boys getting hyped, and that jump was that was serious.
What really sets it apart is like most people, they would think themselves as just normal soldiers. They don't think the actual head honcho would care that much about them. He's like, nah, bro. Like, I want y'all to be part of my core army. Like, I want y'all to have the glory too. Y'all were like part of this fucking crazy ass miracle. Like, we're all gonna be in this together. But yeah. So my number 4 moment was Gyoun beating Ohan after Ohan escaped the Raigoku, whatever it's called. The reason I like this moment so much is because we know Gyoun is like a very prideful man. He takes a lot of pride in being part of the Rinshoujo army, being Rinshoujo's sword, right-hand man, the strongest, of course. So for someone like him to fucking 4v1 Ohan and then for him to still lose, like that's so shameful. Like he's like, you really think I'm going out this sad? Like never that. I'm not gonna fucking disgrace the Rinshoujo army like that. Never that. And he fucking got stabbed right through the arm, and he like showed like a crazy level of resolve. Like we saw Ohan when he saw him get pierced, he was shocked that Gyoun was still able to attack him. And the way I took that as is like Ohan never seen that level of like weight or resolve before. And so after when he woke up, like he's like, instead of being shook by it, he's like, all right, bet that's like the level I need to be at. All right, let's get it. Like get ready for round 2. And then he improved himself because he saw that. He knew what he had to do, and then he fucked him up in round 2. But I didn't really like round 2. But it is what it is.
He didn't fuck him up. Come on, that was rigged.
All right, bro. All right, bro.
I had to kill him for some reason, and just it was BS. But I agree.
But yeah. Yo, Fiji in the call. What's up, Fiji?
What's good, bro? I just seen your notification, dog.
Hollywood, man, what up?
Oh yeah, you are the guy that's calling this nigga Hollywood.
Yo,
what's up?
My dog.
That was good. You need
What's
to
up,
stop the audio
Hollywood?
shit, dog. I know that. What's good? Nah, I didn't want to intrude. What's good? What you man talking about?
Still in the top 5 moments. We're at number 4 right now. If you want to give your 5 and 4, you can go ahead.
Top 5 moments. Give me a second. I'll just tap it down quickly. I didn't know this was the discussion.
Alright, got you. So you want to go taller?
All right, so my number 3 was Roboku killing Mako, but that was taken. So I'm gonna have to go with Baggio jumping the cliff.
You motherfucker!
I
hate you. That's top 2. That's top 2, fam. I'm sorry.
Really?
That's number 1. That's
Really?
number 1.
No, it's number 2. I have something that's better. I have
Wow,
something better than that, though.
I'm actually fucking
Nah,
surprised.
I got something that's better than that too. But
That's
yeah,
number 1.
Number 3 is Baggio jumping the cliff with Yotama on his back, you know what I'm saying? Not only making it, but then having enough energy to fight afterwards, go into his berserker mode to save
preach.
her.
You spitting
Yo.
right now.
Okay, if you're including
Baggio's
that, then
the
fair.
dude.
I thought you were just talking about the
I'm-
jumping moment.
Oh no! I'm talking about him being like the whole moment, him being the one to find her because they was using the horns to track her. His horse dying, him dropping the horse. You know what I'm saying? Dropping everything to carry her. She's like, "Yo, let me go."
Him
He's like,
getting
"Nah,
hit
got
by
this."
arrows. The man getting hit by arrows
Yo.
and everything. Man.
Facts. Niggas look at the cliff.
Bro,
Nah,
that's why
and
that's
what-
number
like,
1.
Like what made that moment really like OD, like just important is like they look and she just without even words, I trust you. I bet I'm going. And
That's
he
a
made the
fact.
jump. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I trust you. He made the jump. My man's got over and then still got busy afterwards. Like, yo, don't stop sleeping on Baggio.
Hold on, boy.
Man. That's-
Baggio the strongest.
Toilet. You forget this.
Yeah.
With that jump. My man's legit cleared a whole. Like, I don't think you understand. He legit cleared the whole. It wasn't like he jumped and then barely made it. No, he legit cleared with like 5 feet, a good like 5 feet of space. Like, you know what I'm saying?
had tree branches sticking out his ribs and all of that.
Man,
Yo. Still got busy right after that. Like,
that's a fact.
had a little heart to heart with his girl. Like, yo, you remember this tribe, that tribe, Cario 10's tribe? Yeah, you hit him. Yeah, I hit him. Let's get it. Like, yo, I fucking love these two.
Wait, too. Hold on. Let's not forget that cliffhanger is probably like top 5 all-time cliffhangers of all time. Because, bro, that man Hara literally played with us because he left off with this man in midair over the cliff. I mean, we like, hold on,
Bro, so many people were so angry. They're like, if he fucking makes that jump, ass pull. I can't believe it.
Bro. I don't see, but that's why I don't. That's you know what? That's my number 1. Is like Hater will tell you I'm the believer that Baggio is the strongest. That's
a fact.
You feel me?
That's a fact.
The man, look,
strongest out of everyone.
As right, all them commanders and generals, he the strongest. That's the strongest.
You're trash.
Strong. Hey, look, I'm not talking about in terms of power. Cause that's mobile. I already know mobile. The power. That's mobile.
I don't even think
when you talking about fighting.
I'm talking about fighting
in general. Yeah.
Yeah. When you talking about fighting, he the strongest, bro.
Not even top 10, bro.
Nothing like that. But reason why I say that's because, like you said, how Twale mentioned that he made a clear effort to find her before anyone. You know what I'm saying? And then, bro. The horse too slow, so he get off the horse and he do it on foot.
Nah, it wasn't even that the horse was too slow. The horse died.
Yeah,
he but
that's what I'm saying because it wasn't running as fast.
Like,
but I'm saying,
no, I think it literally collapsed though.
No, it died.
And then the other dude,
it died.
Yeah, and the other dudes who chasing him on horse couldn't even keep up with him. The man was footing it.
His resolve was insane, bro. I really like their dynamic in general. Like we saw early on in the first arc when he was going up against Rankai, he didn't want to go back to his beast form because he hates like being a savage. He likes the humanity in him. So that like speaks to why he really fucks with Yotama, because most people just treated him as like a piece of shit. They didn't give him a chance, and she was like, "I believe you could be an actual human." And you really appreciated that, and we saw his resolve for that when he was fucking like fighting tooth and nail when he went back into beast mode.
That's what I was about to say. You bringing that up, the last, like before they was done with all them people that came in the area, and you see him down on he literally limping, crawling, swinging the sword, trying to get the man still, bro.
Must kill.
I said,
it
damn,
seems like you've done
son.
enough.
Yeah, I'm like, bro,
you've done enough. I'm like, yo. The only thing that could have made that more epic. The only thing that could have made that more epic is if his mask fully broke.
Oh, that's a fact. Hold on, wait, no, his mask break, but you don't see his face. Like Horror just shows his back. You just see his back, but not his face.
I want half the face at least.
Nah,
I want half the face at least, yo. I was praying for that shit. Like one hard fight against Rozo or something, his mask breaks and then he really turns up. Like, oh man. Oh
that
man.
was great though. That was a great one.
But yeah, that's my number 3.
Man, I'll go ahead and go next, man. Mine's it's because y'all took my other one with the whole Osen Conky stuff. So for me, even though I say cliche, it's my only Shin one, but he took my dog out, man. Hey, Shin be Hoken. He took my dog out. Listen, I don't care how cheesy. I don't care how cheesy it was. I don't care about the friendship power-ups. I ain't having that. Listen, not right now, fam. Not right now. I'll just let it walk. Not right now. I'll get to that. Hold on. But no, listen.
Yo, don't do that now.
Listen, this man said, "Fo Hoken." I don't care how y'all feel. In my opinion, he died. He came back to life. Then he died again. He killed Hoken. Died again. My man literally had the friendship power up. My man literally done saw his life about 20 times. He done had the whole army cheering him on. My man was over here getting whooped, getting beat down like a dog. And hey, that boy Shank overcame, man. Listen, that's hype. Listen, I don't care how you feel about it or whatever. That's hype, man. That's number 3 for me, man. Because it's great. I was
going to use it at number 3 too.
I respect it.
It just hit. It just hit, man. It just hit because like you see, like he finally one-to-ones. He finally becoming one-to-ones. He been trying to do for the whole series. So yeah, that's my number 3, man.
All right, so you know what? I'll go with my number 3 real quick since it kind of goes with that. And that's going to be, I was going to use the Hoken thing, but I'm going to actually go with what Shin used to defeat Hoken was when he got to use Oki's glaive at the beginning of the arc. And like,
I thought someone at least had to have that.
My nigga, that was my
they bought it to him.
One. God,
that was big too.
I thought that'd be Twilight number 1.
That was big.
That was my number 1.
The fact that the glaive was wrapped up, you know what I mean? It came out like presented, smoking. And then when he puts it in his hand, like the weight of it, just bringing them down to earth, and just
I didn't really like that, to be honest.
You know what I mean?
Because I get symbolism, but I feel like he should be so strong that it doesn't matter. It shouldn't be heavy enough.
Nah,
whatever. You tripping.
You gotta remember, Shin was only a 5,000 man commander. That's a great general's glaive, boy, y'all.
Yeah.
Oh, my nigga, I legit teared up there. Like when I was I legit teared up during that chapter, bro. Like you said, just seeing the aura and the smoke, seeing the big man struggle. Like yo, say you got it? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got it. Got what? Yo, oh shit, yo, he got it, yo.
Yeah, that was lit.
That was really my number 1.
That was lit.
Damn. Now I gotta pause and I'll be back. I gotta think of my number 1. God damn it.
To me, I'm just really.
It's a lot.
We all mixing it up. So it just, to me, it's a little better like this. Because then we start to bring out other moments that probably would get overlooked like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I like what y'all doing. It's fine.
So what? We not allowed to have the same picks?
No, you can't. You see how those who had the 3 and 3 and they just went coincide with each other just now?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't really care, but if you want to change yours, you can do that.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys have picked since I just pulled up, but number 5, I got the chi when they pulled up with the food, the resupply.
My man, he paid double the money. How could I refuse?
Yeah, man.
Good stuff.
Dog, that shit was that.
That's a good pick.
I completely fucking forgot that Osen had that conversation with Shohei-kun. So when that came up, I was That shit.
Bro,
I know
weekly.
y'all was reading it weekly, so you're waiting for that shit to come up, right? I'm like,
Yeah.
it just hit me. It was like, dog. It's like when I was binging Coalition and your Tomo pulled up and I forgot she even existed. It's the same feeling as that. Like, it just. That
Bro,
was
if
insane.
you're at the Kingdom Reddit like weekly, there's two things these motherfuckers always talk about every week. What Osen asked Shoheikun and fucking Kanki's weakness. Every week, without fail, someone new will ask it.
Every week.
Bro, Osen he's insane.
No, that is an absolute fact. And if it's not one of those
Mhm.
two, it's a Raboku hate post.
Nigga, Roku?
But it was
Man.
crazy because what was funny about it was everybody was talking about the Yellow River, like that the food was going to be on the Yellow River, Yellow River, Yellow. So when it went down and you saw it coming, you're like, oh, okay. But then when the Navy comes and like squashes it, you're like, oh, well, that theory's out the window. But then it
Yeah.
comes from the other direction. That was crazy.
Yeah. Nah, that was on point, man.
In
That was like
OC,
that was like some Sun Tzu Art of War shit. Faint west, attack east.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
That was insane. My fourth moment would probably be Schultz's death. For me personally.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
That-
that's a
that-
big.
Yeah.
That was
I
big.
had that one.
That hit.
Bro, I
Nah,
ain't gonna lie. When them boys die like that and be on that soldier shit, like.
It speaks
Yeah,
so
that
much
shit
that
rough.
just being able to see Shin one last time was enough for him. He's like, alright, I'm Gucci.
Yeah,
Bruh, that
Nah, it
was
was-
rough.
yeah, man. Schultz was
that
like
was
the whole
crazy.
arc as well. He got a lot of spotlight compared to other arcs in this arc, just building up to that moment. So it was nice.
yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
It was
man,
especially-
Sukin.
he has a
That
lot
shit
of
with
low key
Kanto
moments
revolve.
throughout the series. Like if
Yeah, he has
you
a lot of
reread,
low-key
you'll see it.
That shit with
Dude.
Kanto was just wholesome, bro. Like I know Kanto gonna do me proud in the next few arcs, bro. Cause
Yeah, that's.
Word.
I think
Word.
the care that he showed for like the next generation of the new people coming in under the wave of the high Shin, that shit stood out to me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he like, bro, we just got these boys in here, and he see the potential in, bro. He sees
It's
it.
all for Shin, bro. He's like, at the end of the day, I need to make the Haichin unit the strongest it could be.
Yeah.
Bro.
And
he
what
went
made it hit
above
even
and
more?
beyond for it.
Yeah, facts, bro. What made it hit even more was the whole conversation of him, N, and Carrier 10 before it, because that was like, it was like he's like, yeah, I got this. Don't worry, I'm willing to do the best for us. And then he realized that taking care of these recruits is the best for them. So you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the way Ten was like,
That was
I'm
pretty
sorry
good.
to give this task to y'all, and they're like, what are you talking about? Like, this is more than enough. Like, we have to do some shit like this after everything you and Shin have done. Like, come on,
Yeah.
this is light work task for us.
Yeah. And then nigga died.
Yeah, and he died, but he completed his task.
Shoot, to add on to that though, like the whole passing of the spear moment, like that's
Wait, he
yeah,
passed on his spear?
yeah, to Kanto.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
That
I forgot
hit.
about
Man, you trash,
That's,
Cass.
yeah.
Trash.
He gave him the spear, son.
that
was
hit
like
hard,
a- That was like a mini Oki Shin moment.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was.
might not have been a great general, but he was still a great character.
Nah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. And to Kanto is basically the same shit. Cause Shin to Kanto, basically I would say Shosa is as great. Not as great, but close to as great as Oki was to Shin. Cause Shin was around
Yeah.
great niggas from the jump. Kanto, like, he didn't see as much of that as Shin. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Shin was
Shosa
homies
and,
with the king. You know
That's
what
like
I'm
a
saying?
perfect
That
there's
was
levels
the
to
other
this
one.
shit moment.
Shosa
Yeah.
and Sugen.
Yeah, Shosa and Sugen were like,
Shosa what he did, that to me that was Heki and Shin moment, but Heki's still alive. You feel me? Like that was
Yeah,
one of the
yeah.
moments where he put up and he see the potential in young bro, and he gonna make sure he get there. So
Mm.
that shit was
Yeah.
that shit was crazy.
Shall I share my number 3 then as well? My number 3 was I don't know if this is a hot take because I know niggas hate this the whole resurrection shit. But this is
Oh,
it's
no.
not the actual resurrection, but before that when Shin is dead and just the whole Hishin units interactions and Karyoten just saying, you know, you were supposed to become the greatest general under the heavens. Just
I
that
lo-
shit hit to me.
I love
know-
how like half
Yeah,
of
it was
them. Yeah,
emotional.
go ahead. Actually, I'll say it
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, that shit was mad emotional for me because it's like, of
Yeah.
course we know he's gonna survive and shit, but this is something we will literally never see. So to be able to see them react to his death, just in general, I understand that people have their complaints. I get that, but in general, that to me was dope. It could have been,
Yeah.
you know, same shit could have happened
really
if it
hit
was
I
me.
like
near
it.
death.
Everybody
But
gonna hate my three.
When it really hit me was when she was like, "Don't leave me," and it was like,
Yeah.
"Damn, I forgot she ain't got no other
Mhm.
family." Like,
yeah,
that
yeah,
really
man.
hurt.
I love
Oh,
how
yeah,
half of
man.
them, like, they've seen Shin pull off so many crazy fucking feats that they're like, there's no way he's dead. It's literally impossible. And they're like, wake up,
Yeah.
like, stop
Yeah.
playing, chill. Like, why are you doing this? Don't worry, it's like this. And, like, even,
It
I
was
think
accurate.
Dene was, like, he was like, alright, you piece of shit. Like, you're like such a
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
monster. There's no way you're fucking dead. Like, why are you worrying us like this? I'm gonna fucking punch you. And the guys are like, yo, chill out, chill out. Man, that was a great
Yeah,
moment.
everybody probably gonna hate my number three because I'm gonna just tie it to you know what I'm saying, Hater and Homeboy shit that they had went over with the Shin and Hoken. Mine was like, you know, I really don't be liking the whole everybody just be coattailing on Karaoke and shit, Karaoke
Kyokai?
Kyokai.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the
Kyokai
fuck I'm
went on.
mixing their names and stuff? But yeah, Kyokai. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When she got dish ragged by Hoken.
Oh, that was lit.
Hoken smash!
Oh God.
Nah, but that
Hey,
fight hit,
bro.
bro. I ain't gonna lie. That fight hit. She took off his fingers and shit. She put in
Yeah,
work, bro.
That shit was brutal,
going
bro. I love how
crazy.
brutal that and the beginning portions of Shin versus Hoken were.
Listen,
Because
Yeah,
remember the chapter went on break when she was doing all that work. As soon as that bitch came back, dunk. You feel me? Like, boy, the boy went crazy. I said, damn.
yeah, that's true. But like I said before, she did better than the Duke.
It's arguable. You can argue that.
Yeah, because she didn't even have to crack his mind frame. You know what I'm saying? The Hyo, like Duke Hyo did. He had to,
And
like,
Duke only got one hit in. She was getting slashes in on his back, his cheek,
yeah,
stabbed him through the arm, cut off fingers. She got like no disrespect to the Duke. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. I feel
But
that.
she got more busy than the Duke when it came to Hoken.
Yeah, but the way she pulled up on him in the start, the way the background was black, that panel, she's just staring at him, bro.
When she saved Garo,
The chilling levels are serious.
Yeah. When she saved Garo, she pulled up.
Oh boy.
I won't let you fight him. Before Shin arrives, she's trying to kill him as fast as fucking possible, dog. That was fucking hype, bro.
Best part of that to me is when she like got sent flying to Shin, and he just looks so dignified while holding her. Like he's like, I'm about to fucking put in work.
Thank you.
Yeah, bro.
Hold on, I won't say one thing right now with that fight, man. That fight was hard because I'm sure as some of y'all know, what I'm saying, my affection for Hoken, you know,
For some reason.
his greatness that y'all
I
don't
like Hoken.
understand
I
to
fuck
see,
with
and also Kyokai is Bay in top one. Hey, you heard it here first. So it was hard to see what transpired, but I ain't gonna cap. The way he swung her around and ragdoll her was hilarious. I ain't even cap to
Bro,
y'all.
he was playing whack-a-mole.
He did her so greasy. I can't.
He did to her what the Hulk did to Loki in the Avengers.
That's
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Literally.
yeah.
Literally.
I've seen the memes, bro. They're accurate as fuck.
And,
Bro, like,
and if you think about it, he even said the same shit because he said, "Yo, your God ain't shit compared to my God."
That's a fact.
Yo, so the Hulk walked off, yo, puny God. This nigga walked off. Nigga,
Oh,
city
Lord.
caller, like, damn, like, yo,
He said,
Hogan is
he said, fake ass Bushin. I do this for real.
Hey, that's why I fuck with that scene. Cause
Oh, man.
as you know, Hater over there in the BDA side, boy, them boys
my
love
God.
her.
They
love
worship
her to
her.
death.
Like, you know, I love her too, but I ain't finna worship her like that. Like, what the heck?
Yeah, you have only one overlord and it's Conky, right?
Oh, cool. You know what time?
Yo.
You know what time it is. You know it's Conky over Olsen. You know what time it is, bro.
Hey,
Oh,
there's only one person over.
Ignore the troll. But
Nah,
yeah,
no,
Kaz,
it's
you
a
want to go?
fact. This is a fact. You
But
tell me
wait,
troll.
Bash-
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Osen
facts.
out. Osen out. I
Oh,
know
man.
Riboku better than Kanki.
It's big Conky.
Osen's
It's big
crazy.
Conky.
relax.
Nah,
Why
it
is it
happened
Goku
right
better
now.
than Conky?
Actually, yes. Listen. If I'm being like really real and being serious, in my opinion, Riboku top one. Granted, even though he did
Yeah.
lose, in my
I
opinion,
agree.
top one in the verse. I think he's top
Yeah, I
one in the
agree.
verse. I'm sorry,
Bro, he
like,
lost to
top one.
Conky and Olsen in one arc, you know. That's mad.
But
Nah,
if the worst
hold
generation
on.
weren't there, he wouldn't have won.
You
Osen
gotta
Osen
think.
said that himself.
You gotta think. There's a thing. My man had to solo without the help of his king against a fully loaded. Well, you know, there was
Man,
that stuff for the
nah,
Ocean squad.
Yeah, bro, I'm a
we not,
Riboku fan.
we
I
not
get
giving,
you, bro.
We doing
we
this.
not
I mean,
giving
let's
Riboku
not get into this rabbit hole. I literally had a 4-hour discussion on Riboku. So
Hold on, I was about to say, because we not giving Riboku that. He had a whole navy that he could have like came crashing
Niggas
down on.
giving the Navy, bro.
He had a king that was hating, bro. He had a king that was hating.
Nah.
How
He
you
had a
even
whole.
all right,
bro,
Kaz,
he
give you
had
number
100
3.
boats.
Give you number 3,
Hold
Kaz.
on. This is later. We do it later. Hold on.
Hey,
My number 3 is Riboku's Pincer.
Oh, Riboku's
Obviously, it was
Spencer.
good because we all thought like
Oh yeah.
when Fute actually started going out, everyone was thinking Fute was gonna try kill Olsen on his own or some shit like that, which was pretty wild. And I thought that as well. But Bananji coming out of nowhere was pretty dope. And despite Olsen doing all of that and the right wing going for everything, they ended up being even at the end due to Bananji, which was dope.
There were some nice mind games that he played on Denrimi and Solo.
Yeah.
Hold on, hey, real quick.
Suicidal
I'm at
baiting
work right
move.
now. I'm sorry, real quick. I'm at work right now, so skip me. My number 2 is Jumpman Baijo. That's my number 2, so I can skip me.
All
All right.
right. I think I'm the only one that didn't go. Yeah, my number 3 is the Olsen forming the Locust Plan, and it's kind of cheating in a way because it's the entirety of the Locust Plan and him sitting there forming the plan while everyone is rushing him, and Aiko's like, "You got it, bro. Like, don't even worry about it." What did he say? Like,
Yeah, that was one of my moments.
what was the exact words again? Like, not a problem, my lord, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
Take how much time as you need.
yeah, take
He said-
even more
Hold on,
swag.
hold on.
Take as long as you need, my lord.
Wait. Y'all know
He
this?
said,
Y'all know this?
sir?
Yeah.
Bro, y'all know this that Aiko literally has not literally questioned nothing Olsen said. Like literally, Olsen, I say, hey, it's a problem. He be like, nah, I'm talking about a problem. Like he be really be like looking like you really questioning me, Aiko? Like I can't do this. Like what the heck? Like we pulled up to what was it Gio and Olsen pulled up that map. It was like, hey, Olsen, hey, we got company. It was like, is that a problem? He was like, nah.
You'll never question the
put it-
goat, bro.
Oh man.
And
But
you
yeah,
know, seeing Akko later on how strong he is, I swear, I understand why he didn't even need those guys, to be honest. Him on his
Yeah.
own, like, he would have taken care of it.
But yeah, what made this plan so crazy was that Riboku, he had like who knows how much time, like most likely years, to come up with like the ultimate defense strategy against Kokyo, against if they rush Ratsubi, if they try to go after Gyo. And he never thought about something as fucking insane as sending the people and making them locusts. And Olsen thought of that shit on the spot. This is fucking nasty. He calculated how much time it would take Riboku to actually get to Kanton and get to Atsuyo and get there. So he perfectly calculated how much time he needed and to meet him at Atsuyo. Now, even Riboku, he didn't know, like, because it was so, like, fucking wild to him that he didn't know, like, how long it would take the citizens to eat up all the food in Gyo. So he needed the message. Well, Olsen calculated how long it would take them, including if they burned the supplies, which is fucking insane. I don't know how he did that shit.
No, I don't
And he
think
had, like,
he did that, though.
He did, though, because when they switched from defense to offense, like, he's like, yes, at this perfect moment, like I predicted. Like, everything's going
No, but
according to
Olsen
plan
didn't
type shit.
predict the timing, though. He just knew it'd happen at one point. But so he was just going to wait for however long until that happened.
No, because it said, like, his exact plan. Like, the thing he saw ever since he was making the plan, like, it's finally set in motion. He knew that, at the very least, like, it would take this long at most.
When
I don't think
Riboku
he
went
got
into
the day
attack
right, but I get you
formation,
about that.
he started talking about finally the small glimmer of hope finally takes seed. It was like some shit like that.
Mm.
Yeah,
In
and
Olsen we trust, man. That's all I gotta say.
the way he sneaked them in, too, like, fucking, he made them pretend they were injured and everything, so they could barely even talk, so they wouldn't know that it's the wrong voice and shit. It was crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
And it's wild because everyone knew like he has to have many there, but everyone said he doesn't because of the ledgers. Like it's crazy. Like,
Yeah, it was the perfect way to get through the ledgers. And apparently, like, the food stores weren't in the average spot, so they had to find out where the food stores were, and they had to find out how to actually burn them in time without getting fucking killed. It was just insane. Arguably top 1 strategical feat in the series. But yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah.
up there.
So you want to go,
Can't argue
Twale?
that.
Yeah, we on number 2, right?
Oh, yep.
Damn. My number 1 and number 2 were both taken already. All right, so boom, 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 boom. You know what? We're gonna go with my man N holding it down against Gyotun's fire by himself long enough for Shin to
Kyokai was
spot
there.
it.
Actually a troll.
No,
Kyokai was there.
no, she wasn't. This was before Shin sent her there. This is when everybody was at the
Mm.
HQ and En is rallying all of the small and mid-sized units against Gyo-un by himself. And
Okay.
Shin and them is like, and Shin is pointing. He's like, yo, who's over there creating that heat? And they're like, that's Lieutenant En. And Shin sends everybody over there, but then he doesn't go himself. You know what I'm saying? That, I don't, like, it's hard right now because everybody's picking the good ones.
No, I see why you like that.
Mm.
So, yeah, that's my number 2. My man En is finally getting, like, he's stepping up. So now that we, like, finally an army, we can, like, see him, like, do shit by himself, and it won't be, like, too crazy. So
That was pretty clutch
more
on
hope
his
for the
part.
future.
Yeah, you want to go, Wallow? Alright, Wallow's AFK, I guess. Who wants to go?
I guess I'll take Shin taking command. You know what I mean?
Oh,
When
against
Shin,
Yoon?
yeah, against Yoon, when basically 10 was going up against him and it just wasn't working out. Kyokai was actually able to, pick up that Shin was doing so much better. And when he went back to when they had to go back and they handed over the reins to Shin, I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought Shin actually facing off against Yoon, using his instincts was pretty nice.
I like the ideas so much that I didn't really care how it was executed unless it was like an asshole. Because I was just so sick and tired of Shin having to rely on Ten and Kyokai. Like, he had instinct moments here and there, but I really wanted, if there's a situation where he had to be in a maneuvering battle against someone else, I really wanted him to be able to step up. I didn't like that he had that crutch.
Yeah.
So for him to step up and show he can actually maneuver, he's actually a legit general, commander, whatever, that was fucking dope.
Yeah.
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 That moment was dope. I mean, I
I
don't
was-
necessarily have a problem with 10, but, like, I see your point.
No, not
is-
at all. Yeah, I like 10. You know what I mean? I think she plays her role, and I still think she can still, lead when it's like strategy involved. But like, if you're ever going up against a general who's using instincts, it's nice to know that Shin can just swap in.
Or they can handle their own things eventually.
Yeah,
like
they
Shin
could go
can
like to their
handle
own
one
wings and
battle.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that too. Yep.
Shit, I was listening. I just had my kids in here, so I had,
You good.
But what's it called? Like me, my second would probably be a personal bias because I've been waiting for Moten to get his shine. Like he got that shine throughout the whole thing, but I'm talking about that defining moment. I've been waiting on the body. We still ain't got the body behind him yet, but still, when he went against that boy, what's his name?
Kisu.
Banaji.
Oh, Bananji?
But yeah, Banaji, bro. When the man finessed, when he used the weight of his slap off the horse, I said, "Oh man, that was one of the best finesse I ever seen." How you did that?
Yeah, that was sick.
Parry God.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I said, who would have ever thought of that, bro? The man used the force from him smacking him.
The look
against
he
him.
fucking gave him too, as he was like fucking, as he was like,
You see the rage in Bananji's eyes, I swear. When they're looking at
Yeah,
that.
man, that was one of the best moments. Just a personal bias because I fucks with Moten heavy.
yeah, I respect it. Took his eye out too. Well, we don't know if Bananji's blind in that eye, but it was still impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering Ohan
It
caught
would be-
Bananji off guard when they first met, and Bananji was able to parry it. And then this time, he fucking
Exactly.
got caught lacking. So Moten's speed is legit.
Mhm.
It would be dope if he has an eye patch next time we see.
That would be pretty funny. But yeah, who else is left? I think Kaz and Fiji.
Yeah. Number 2.
Yep.
I don't know what y'all have said, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The awakening speech. I'm sure somebody picked
okay.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody picked this. So yeah, the awakening speech for me personally. Ohon got some shine that I feel like was needed. Not necessarily needed. He was getting shine all arc and throughout the series, but it felt good for him to be put right side by side with Shin like that, right? Like I read other series that would only show us Shin's speech and off screen the other one. You know what I'm saying? So I was glad to see him
Yeah.
actually get that shit, and it felt good. Obviously, for me personally, Shin's speech hit more because we've been with the Hishin unit from day. But
Right.
him calling the Gakuka the Gyokuho his homies hit. You know what I'm saying? He called him his
Mhm.
friends. He called him my friends, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did.
That hit. yeah, that hit to me. So I liked it from both sides.
To
That
me,
was
given
something
how
that was
stoic Ohan is, it kind of hit more because he's not the type to say something like that. It's kind of like the Mobu and Mogu moment when Mobu was like giving
Yeah.
a toast to Mogu's death. Like Mobu never
Yeah.
shows his emotions, so for even someone like him to do
Yeah.
something like that, it kind of hit even
Yeah.
more for me.
Yeah, that hit for
Yeah.
me as well. That scene you just mentioned for similar reasons.
Yeah, it's one of my top moments in
see
the
how y'all
series.
Yeah, you see how y'all talking about that? We even see it during the goddamn the ceremony. You know what I mean? And during the ceremony, like Moten asks him, "Man, you overwhelmed with emotion?" He's like, "Nah,
No.
not really."
He's like, I should have been general. It's some
That was funny.
bullshit.
You feel me? He just always so nonchalant and not talkative like that unless it's about that battle strategy. He ain't got not really to say like that.
Look who is far. This is the most we've
Yeah,
ever
yeah.
seen Ocean talk in the entire series. Like,
Bug-eyed Ocean.
Yeah,
That was,
really.
you know, this man just big eyes looking at you, piercing your soul.
Yeah. Now the way it was set up is what made the actual awakening speech so much better as well. The previous chapter, the discussion at night, Shin and all, like the whole build up to it, the way they said they had no idea what the fuck they was gonna do, but the next day the Hishin units and Gyokuho units would be awakened. That just the way it was built up, right? It just hit.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was
'Cause I
so
know
weird
that
to me
week
because,
break,
like, okay, Ohan wanted to like take Shin like somewhere and like talk to him personally, but he could have just like walked like 20 feet or something. He didn't have to go to that whole cliff. It reminded me of Shin and Sei, where they really want privacy, like no one's around, even close to them.
yeah.
Mm.
Makes sense. That I guess they can't have like people that want their subordinates here, and these guys have no idea what to do. You know.
I don't think
Yeah,
it was like
yeah.
a logical decision. He just like wanted to show respect.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, you know what? In that moment, bro, it's still relatively crazy how Olsen plotted all of that shit. That he it's like he foreseen
He's a monster.
these boys. Like even though he talked greasy to the son, bro. You know what I'm saying? He still foresees the potential in him and being able to awaken that shit. Like he already know what Shin capable of because I guess he see the semblance of Oki. So he like, all right. I know he could probably pull it off, but these y'all boys, I need y'all to step. But he already calculated that into his strategy, and it's crazy as shit to me.
Yeah, he's like Shin's basically
And
guaranteed.
honestly-
Ohan's like, you know, a slight gamble, like 80-20,
Right.
you know.
but the funny thing is, even if Ohon didn't awaken, we see that just Shin by himself got it done. Cause
No, but if Ohan didn't awaken, Shin would have, because Shin told him to awaken, though. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but it was like once Ohon was out and then Shin took over as the full commander, and he still got shit done. Like he killed Chogaryu, killed half Chogaryu's army, then destroyed half of Banaji's army. This nigga Ohon woke up like, yeah, so what happened? Yeah, Shin went ham. The fuck? Like, you know he was salty. Not only was his life saved by Shin, but Shin went ham while he was like, damn,
I think he was just thinking about Gyoen that whole time. Like, he's like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. Like, I'm not gonna let him just do that to me. But yeah.
Too.
Did you go, Kaz?
Oh no. My number 2 is the Akko 2v1 against Banaji and Gyoen.
That was raw, bro. There was no words for most of that fight, and no words are needed. It was just savageness.
For real.
Yeah.
Straight savagery.
Like everyone thought Akko was going like on that cliffhanger, and right when it was finished, and then my guy has that one of the best speed feats right there.
Yeah, the blade. These are guys that can like keep up with Shin and Kyokai in speed, and their blades are like a fucking inch away from his neck, and he had the fucking white eyes. He deflected both of them. That's fucking insane.
For real. And like the fact
dude was putting in work, bro.
Yeah.
He was putting
that moment alone made Aqua one of my like new favorite characters. Like
for real.
Yeah, like top. Top one.
It made me understand. It made me understand what it wasn't Olsen, but it made me understand what the people remember when they was talking when Olsen was like, all right, hey, yeah, something about Aku, and they was like, oh, they don't never ever got to worry about him.
Oh, when
they was basically
like this
when
is
they was talking
his
about
best vassal and like number one warrior. And I'm like, yeah, this is shit.
Yeah,
that just solidified it.
I said, okay, now I see it.
Yeah, just basically telling you like this is what it means to be Olsen's right hand. This is what it means.
Yeah. So if you wanna impress your dad, then you better get like that.
You better be that guy.
He should have died, but I'm glad like he was out for the rest of the war. Like, that's fair enough, to be honest.
Yeah, Kyokai wasn't feeling generous. She didn't want to give him some of the fucking healing medicine. It is what it is.
Yo, it's limited and it's limited. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, he was out for a long time. He didn't wake up to the end of the arc.
I'm just saying, like, if he got the Kyokai treatment,
Matter
he
of
would have
fact,
been
who
out next
else? Other people went to sleep and got back up before him. It was like, dang, where's Akko?
Man.
He was out for like a whole 2 weeks, bro.
Shin
Actually died and came back.
Shin really, he literally died. Yeah, that's a fact.
Shin died and was on his feet the next day. Not even the next day, like 5 hours later. Like, yeah, let's chase him
That's
down.
a fact.
And he didn't even starve either. He was like, starving is for the weak. I'll just, I'm already starving, but I'll last another 2 weeks. It is what it is.
Yo, that's no lie. That's the benefit of being a slave. You're used to not eating. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Shin knows hunger. It's like, you know what I'm saying. This is not nothing new to Shin. It's like, oh, we haven't eaten for 3 days. Oh, I bet that's like.
True.
Remember how he was still like he was not eating, still pulling. You know what I'm saying? 10 times the amount of weight as the adults just training. Like Shin is a beast, bro.
Yeah, man.
Still starving, talking about eat your piece and then give a piece to Kyokai, man. Shin is that nigga, son.
Yeah, my number 2.
My fault.
Osen figuring out origins. Oh, Rishin? Come on, bro. That name's trash.
Nah, that name hit, bro.
Oh, stop.
Calling him Plum Shin. Get out of here with that Plum Shin shit.
Bro, I knew about the name, right?
Hold on.
I was thinking this nigga had that name because of Riboku. I'm thinking, what? The whole time I'm catching up, I'm trying to think, it's a fucking plum?
Right?
That shit caught me off guard.
Oh, man.
Oh, he said that plum name. Oh.
But yeah, Osen figured out origins. When we fucking heard about origins, like, this sounded like such a godly fucking ability. And we pretty much saw it was, because people like Denrimi and Solo, they're pretty much helpless against it. Osen had to step in. And for Osen to so casually, like, just on the spot figure it out, and he's like, it's kind of easy once you look at it this way. Like I said, I don't know if he's just trying to troll and be nonchalant about it, or if that's just his stoic personality, but I fucked with it regardless. And then even the Earl guy, which, like, all Zhao people, they dick ride Riboku like crazy, and he's like, fuck, like, I don't want to, like, say he's better than Riboku, but I have to, like, at least admit he stands shoulder to shoulder. And this speaks a lot for, like, what's going to happen in the future, because who else is going to learn origins? Is it only going to be Osen and Riboku and the people under them? It's just such a fucking OP power, and I'm interested what is going to happen in the future with it.
Yeah, I hope we see more of it, but I don't really see how we see it, to be honest. I think Haru's just going to forget about it, like Ryodu is going to, like, introduce more OP abilities.
That'd be so trash.
Time goes on.
Like, whoever Osen faces, like, unless no one is smart enough to figure it out, then it should spread.
Like, aside from those two, and like, say he faces Konki, but I doubt that. Who else would beat Origins if Osen was to use it,
I mean, they don't have to beat it, but they could, like, maybe lose the battle, retreat, and now they have it, and they teach it to their soldiers and shit. Who knows?
Yeah, I get you.
But yeah, top 1 moment. What you got, Twale?
Top 1 moment. All right, mine's is kind of a combo, right? I'm cheating. So I'm combining Shin's new house and Shin becoming a general as my top 1 moment.
That's mine.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, yours too.
Yes, I saved it all the way. I was like, I'll save it.
Somebody took the Oki Glaive moment, so I had to think really hard, and I'm like, you know what? My man had a new mansion. He had a party with all of his people. You know what I'm saying? That moment in and of itself was really dope. Just Shin interacting with all his soldiers' kids, and everybody's chilling, except the little Garo moment where he was like hating, drunk, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? That whole moment, and then the moment where, like, you see the messengers sending, like, the O's, like, yeah, it happened, my nigga, and everybody starts crying, like, yo, bruh, those two combined, like, yeah, that's my number 1.
How you ain't gonna mention the best part of it, though, bro? When
I was about to say, you gotta take it back to the whole beginning.
Yeah, you gotta take
There's
it
some
to
nice
the
wood. It's the pros for you.
They use some good materials on this.
On the wood shack.
I'm not gonna hold you. That kind of hurt my soul with how stupid shit was.
Yeah.
Oh man, bro.
Like, bro, you dropped a fortune on new wood, like, bruh.
Yeah, you seen the look on how you saying the BA face? Oh my god, bro!
Honestly,
It
bro,
felt
like
like we seen something we shouldn't have.
honestly, like Haro, I salute this man. After 600 chapters of Shin's stupid jokes, he still got it. He still got it.
Yeah,
Nah, but that was the best.
that was hilarious.
That was the best. He said it looks fancier than normal. Good job. Like, what are you talking? And then literally to look to the left and to see a 5-house mansion, like, yo, who else is living with him? Like, yo, oh, it's so
Everybody.
big. Yo, he has a
Yeah,
courthouse.
I think his
Well, you
whole
know,
unit
Kyokai
staying
and
around
Ten
there.
stay in there.
He has a dope kitchen. I'm saying, like, how much space does him, Ten, and Kyokai need?
Nah,
Especially
'cause I
since
think
him
he
and
got. I think he got living quarters like in them other little sections.
Yeah, for sure.
must be.
And then it looks like you got a lot of like when you look at the everybody going into the house on the panel, you see like all them people walking in. You know it's got to be like servants for upkeep and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yo, he's a lord. Yo,
he
put
can't keep it
respect
up
on my
himself.
man.
You know what I mean?
Yo, put respect on my
So
man's name. It's
he
really
went from a
shit.
servant to being served. It's crazy.
Yo, and he's still humble because he was still telling the other
Exactly.
chicks like, yo, like don't even be formal. My man's is yo. I'm telling you, he's a general for the people, and that's why we fucks with him.
Well, you know, I'm gonna actually pivot off of that with you, and I'm gonna talk about Ri Shin. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was pretty dope. I liked it. I liked that he
I did
got
too.
a name after all this time. You know what I'm saying? We've been rocking with it for what 600 something chapters, and then all of a sudden we gotta address the issue that to become a general, you gotta have that last name.
Unless you're Toe.
So.
And Toe's like a special
Somebody
case.
asked me about that. I was like,
I'm telling you,
That's fucked up.
I'm telling you, Toe is his last name, bro. We don't know his first name.
Yeah, and then especially when they wrote all that stuff at the end, like that his name would carry on for like generations to come and whatnot. That was crazy.
2,000 years.
About that chapter, just chapter 641 in general, man. That whole chapter was hitting every moment. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all actually brought up my person who was gonna be in my number one. That whole bro, the scene where they kept panning back and forth between like Olsen on his way, and then what I'm saying, the stuff that was going on with like, oh, will we make it in time? This and that, and then Toe show up. Like when they showed Toe on panel pulling up on that shit, I said, oh, here we go. I said, now they done secured the dub. There it is.
Immediate reaction is just like, it's over. Yeah. It's over, boys. GG.
Exactly. Yeah, I said, bro, it's game. Good game. That's it. Hey, man, I was like, yo, that was amazing to me, bro. Like, it was nice, man. And I got something that also pivots from that was an honorable mention for me. The scene with that dude SSJ with like the weird dude. He was starting. That dude, when he was like, where's Reboku? And they told him he's in jail and he flipped out.
That was so hurt.
That was a crazy moment. Yeah,
he was so hurt and lost, boy.
Yeah, that's an honorable mention right there. That boy went ham.
And yet again, yet again, that at that moment, SSJ became my second favorite new character. Because he literally snapped like he went from being the kid that you like. He had the one punch face on, like, and then he went from just that to bloodlusted, like, oh, the veins is out, like,
bro, my man was gonna ride.
He was ready to kill the king on sight.
That's a fact. Listen, he was gonna ride on the king with a quickness. That's a fact.
Yo, wait, that's what I'm wondering. Like, why didn't he pop? Like, what is this? What is this? Reboku still in jail, but he's alive? Like,
we don't know.
I don't know.
That's what it means.
You know what I was thinking about though? When you guys were bringing that up on stream, I heard y'all talking about it, and I was thinking about it, and I'm like, them knowing that Reboku's in jail is actually what's making them want to come back to invade Zhao again, right? Like, what if it's like a setup? You know what I mean? What if they're like sending false information that he's in jail? You know, and just trying to like, you know what I mean? Draw them in. You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't say they're
a fake out, like a feint.
I wouldn't say it's gonna be planned, but I do think something like that is gonna happen. Like I think he's gonna be set free soon, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh shit, we can't actually attack Zhao. We got to change course."
I bet you he's set free after they initiate the. Like they're gonna give it like another like 6 months. They're gonna wait like until it's a full year, so another 7 months, right? And then they're gonna send because Conky's at Gyo, so they're gonna send Conky forward. And then when the Kanton hear that Conky's going after them, is like, all right, shit. He has like 200,000 people or something. Then they're gonna send Roboku out. Like, do your job real quick and then come back to jail.
Yeah. But what I was saying, I could see it happen. Like, given Roboku, like he can lock down info if he wants to. So, and if they did kill the king and switched it with the crown prince, possibly without anyone knowing that the other states would be wild. King walking into
Yeah, it'll be crazy.
Now the only thing, the only thing that will prevent that will be the fat boy that's with the king, unless they kill him too.
Wait, that could set up Conky's loss. Even though I don't think he'd lose. You know, like him riding out, not knowing Roboku's gonna pop up out of nowhere.
It's like if they know everybody's like, if they find the spies, you know what I mean? Because Shogun-kun spy is there too. I mean, that's what gets them like a lot of the information. So you know what I mean? If they root out the spies and everything, or you know, they send false information, you know, it can be possible. But it was just something I was thinking about.
Yeah.
So I go ahead and get my number one.
We're waiting on J Will, Kaz, me, and Fiji, and also Wallow.
I don't know what happened. I'm back there. I don't know. I had a call. I don't know what happened. But don't forget that. But no, my number one, and this is also panel of 2019. I say this is the panel of 2019 for me because of how beautiful and glorious it was. It was when I think it was when Guillaume pulled up on Kyokai after she went and slaughtered dudes for like I don't know how long it was. And my man was so lost. He was like, "Hold on, I know you about Shin. I know y'all had another one of them on y'all side. I bet and dipped out. Listen, when I tell you that my bae put in so much work and was taunting everybody to sleep, and man, listen, when he pulled up, all you saw was bodies behind her, fam. And then the way he was set up because he had the whole field and everything, and how. But man, listen, Hard did that. Bro, he did that panel. That's the best moment of the whole war. Is when man, listen, Kyokai got some respect, and you realize that. She just ain't out here. She won the ones. Like, I mean, of course, I knew she won the ones, but thankfully in the story now, people understand, like, it ain't just Shin. It's Shin and Kyokai out here. That's my number one, man. Like I say, that's Bae right there. Big Bae. Let's go.
Respect it. It's definitely a very savage moment. The 6G comparisons. Gyo, when he was being arrogant, like, he wanted to attribute it to him, like, losing half his strength, but at the end, he's like, fuck, like, I gotta give him credit. Like, Shin's a fucking monster. Kyokai's a monster. God damn, I underestimated them.
You know, you got to think too. This is after he low key had Shin out here passed out and stuff. So hey, it's after he had low key embarrassed Shin and stuff. Then Kyokai had to hold down the fort while Shin was over here struggling and stuff. Man, listen, stop playing with Bae. Stop playing with Bae right now.
You know what I think? You know the thought that I think that crossed through his head, bro. You feel me? Because remember, he already seen. That was Shin. He already knowing Shin at that point had like the glaive of Oki and shit. You know what I'm saying? He looking at that like that's he looking at like Shin's a beast. And then remember I can't remember the great general that was with Oki.
Kyo.
The chick. Yeah, her. That's who he's thinking of when he see her now. Like damn.
Yeah.
It's the spitting image. He went back in time 20 years and he's like, God damn, like history repeating itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to give your moment, Wallow, you can go ahead.
Nah, I already gave mine. It was when Toe pulled up.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I thought you gave your top two. Yeah, Kaz?
Yeah, since my guy ain't getting no love, my number one is Conky beating Roboku and sending him back in.
Bro, you are so trash. Bro, you really had to fill in for Draco, huh? You had to beat the Draco of the stream.
You know.
Well, all right, what's your real number one, Kaz?
I'm not for hating on Roboku, man. I'm tired of Roboku hate.
Bro, he defeated Roboku's core, you know, but let's not get into that. That's my real number one, you know. Marco's death was actual number one, but since that got taken, I put Conky there.
Alright, whatever. As long as it's not your actual number one. You know, we Gucci.
Y'all should stop hating on Roboku. I'm tired of Roboku hate, bro. I ain't
Roboku's the goat, don't worry.
Yeah, Fiji?
Bro.
There's a lot that could go here, but they've been said. So obviously the latest chapter we just read, that would probably be it. That was it. But I'm gonna substitute that with Shin killing Gakue.
That
Yeah.
was a strong moment. It's
That
not
was-
personally
that
in
was
my top
amazing.
10, but I could see why you would say that.
That was big.
For me, it was just, bro, it's the way this nigga was like 4 meters in the air. He sent him. Oof, that was crazy, man. And just the Orki panel, the panel with him, that page with him like bringing down the glaive, and we got the silhouette of Orki behind him.
The Oki swag, yeah.
Yeah, that was fire. Orki in the new art style looks amazing. If it's a different scene, though, I would probably say this wouldn't be top 1, but it's definitely top 5. I had to cater to it a bit because niggas was choosing that. But that would be Orhun versus the Ryan,
That was dope.
sending them off.
That was dope.
Mm-hmm.
That was fire.
That was
Yeah,
dope.
that was pretty crazy. So my number 1 is Figo!
Hey,
My boy,
listen,
the fucking
I'm
Figo
with it.
King. Let's get it.
I'm with it. Listen, I'm with
Bro,
all the field.
that
King
boy
love.
is
Listen,
gone, bro.
he-
My man was on his
listen,
Goldie Roger energy. He was literally Goldie Roger energy. He said, challenge the
no,
world,
he
bro. We
better
have the
than-
balls to challenge the world, and the Kin have the balls to challenge the world too. He fucking dissed the shit out of Rozo. He's like, alright, you think you're this
Bro.
great fucking mountain leader. You think you're the greatest mountain leader ever. You deserve to be the king of kings for the mountains, whatever. You're fucking cowards. All of you are just mutts. You're hiding in your city. You could go out and try to get more land, but you're fucking content because you're pussies. You ain't ready to fucking try to conquer
That's a
everything like my
fact.
queen and
That's
me
a fact.
and the fucking king people. And that's why we with the king people, because they actually know how to confront challenge and shit. I was like,
That's a
yo.
fact.
And then the ending line, bro, it was too good. He's like, he's like, I spit on the blows that you compare to a boulder, because the blows of a man that's willing to face the world are far heavier. And I was like, god damn, bro, like Goldie Roger energy,
Figo, listen, Figo
ready to turn the world upside down.
I was a whole
Jonkins,
life.
Boy, you got my respect, boy, because ain't not a lot of people be talking about that Fugo King, but we
Boy.
know he the real one, boy.
I forgot.
Nah,
Facts.
the Figo King is the man. No,
No,
lie.
listen,
He's
bro.
the
Listen,
man.
this thing. I know he'll go. He pulled up and he said, Tyler said, listen, if you kill him, I'll smash. He's like, bet, hold on. If I kill him, I can smash. That's all he need to do. All right, say no more. That's all he needed to go. I'm like, Brett, hey, we here. That man, Figo really would be with it for nothing. I love
It's
that
so
man.
hilarious because he has honor to him. Like, he wants to expand the land of his tribe. He wants his people to live better lives, but he's also a complete piece of shit. Like, he wants to rape Yotano. He's like, damn, she's just too strong, bro. I can't rape her. God damn it.
Bro, he legit wants to just legit like do some ungodly things to her, and it's hilarious. Like it'd be
Bro,
hilarious.
To me, it's a lot of honorable mentions in that whole situation around him, bro. Like
old
the
Info?
Hecky. Yeah, Hecky, when he set up his formation and them boys couldn't break that shit, bro. Like, I'm like, damn, Hecky, I see you.
That was
You
trash,
really
bro.
get
That might be
those-
top 5 worst moments for me. When Kitari was like, Elite's brother, I was like, oh no. Kitari, don't do
look,
this.
Hey, look, bro. Hey, my dog Hecky is out
Oh.
here,
God damn
bro.
it.
You feel me?
Here we go.
And then he the one who dropped Rosen. Man, come on, Rosen, bro.
That's
That
the worst
boy,
moment
hey,
in the
bro.
arc. I don't want to hear it.
No, I was about to say that was the worst moment of the arc.
No
Hey
comment.
man, I ain't gonna lie, dog. Hey, but he gotta get his glory somewhere, man. Let the man
Honorable-
Hecky live. bro.
honorable-
Yeah,
mentions?
you gotta.
Honorable
get up.
mentions is my man Old Info, his tribe, climbing up the walls, barehanded, no ladders.
That's pretty dope. They're on their Order Army prestige type shit.
Actually, for me, ain't
I'm,
gonna care.
I'm,
Sorry, go ahead.
no, I was about to say that chick, bro. The chick that be always arguing with Hecky boy, she move like
Kitari?
lightning, ain't it? Yeah, the little girl.
Yeah.
Bro, she cut that man up, bro. She cut him
Oh yeah,
nasty.
when she finally killed Bunin, she did.
Bro, yeah, the dude who killed her brother, bro, she lit him up,
Ooh.
bro. I ain't gonna cap.
Bro, for me, a moment for me, granted, it's not. But it's just something that something that happened that caused a lot of stuff. Is when SSJ burnt down Hecky and them food supplies, and you see how
yeah.
Italian responded. That was big to me. That was big because listen, I ain't gonna care. I didn't see that coming at all. One, and then two, seeing how Hecky and them was just struggling, and then it's funny because you see a time when they don't blaming Hecky for like, bro, you was whole garbage for letting stuff happen, bro. Like you was big trash. How you even a general? Like how you even out here, fam? That was
Yeah,
hilarious.
he there.
How they
Bro, the
that
panel
was
of Heki
bro.
fucking holding like his hands on his face, that might be like top one panel.
Nah.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
He was so
crazy.
bro. He was so hurt and lost. Like he was so
For real.
devastated.
I don't know if y'all
Yeah.
remember the panel. I don't know if y'all remember the panel when Yatunwa and a little bit of people were surrounded against that cliff.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
How
crazy.
the
Oh
hell
yeah,
did they get out of there,
yeah.
bro?
Because of Baggio, nigga. He went in there,
Of course,
slice. Oh, Costa Rio, give me your arm,
bro.
boy.
Listen,
Like,
we
give me
know,
that
but
arm, boy.
Caballo the strongest, so he could break through anything, bro. Come on now, man.
Oh man,
That's
Baggio,
Baggio.
that dude, man.
One of
Really
my
that
top
dude.
moments from Ryoyo was at the start when SSJ pulled up in front of your tower and like dragged one of the guys
Oh
like, all the way
yeah.
Oh,
through.
that was pretty dope. He's like, I'm just gonna
And
disrespect
it just
everything you're about, just like right here and now. That was
For
good.
real.
pointed at her like, yeah, you next.
Yeah, that was a
Like,
good
oh.
setup for that for him.
And your Tama's line was like dope too. She's like, he fucked up. Now I like burned his face into my memory. Like, he fucked up.
Yeah, round two gonna
Right,
be
like
lit.
she don't even
Oh.
need his name. She just need his face.
Even when she killed who was it? It wasn't
Goba?
Funan. It was
was
yeah.
Goba.
When she took Goba out, that was crazy. She did it in like 3 slices. Meanwhile, Baggio had to fight with the dude in for like half a day.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that showed the gap because before that I thought they were pretty close, her and Baggio, but boy that gap is massive.
Yeah.
Like Baggio, her and Baggio are close when he's in that berserker.
Yeah, but even I don't think they'll still be close at this point. Your tower must have grew a lot from that
It's hard to
first
say.
fight.
Yeah, but so did he. I ain't gonna
Nah,
hold you. Yo, Tom, like when they were surrounded at the end, yo, Tom one got her shit rocked, boy.
Yeah, that was good.
She caught those.
She was broken at that moment because she had broken her leg and all that.
To me personally,
She
yeah.
couldn't walk.
No Gerald
She had a
should have
broken
done that
like
ever.
I think
she got a broken leg. I give you that. But Baggio had splints, like had full branches in his spleen. He just made that jump. He was getting sliced up. He had pieces of swords in his shoulder blades. Like nah.
All right. So we'll say he got more durability. All right, he got more
Like I said,
durability, but she's
I think
stronger.
they even.
Bro,
I
where's
think
all
they
that weight
even when
though?
he in his berserker mode, yo.
I think
You
I
can
think
see how she sliced that
he's
dude
on.
up so quick. It wasn't even like it was like he was nothing to her.
No, but your tower has all that
he's
weight
on
and
her
she still
level.
got rock.
It's just
Yeah, that's
she
the thing,
gives-
bro. That's what I
gives
found
him
wild.
something to live for. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't have that, so that's the reason why he's always gonna be the strongest when it's her on the line. You know what I mean? So he's always
Facts.
bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Zeno's still rocking Baggio, but you know, so good.
Who?
Zeno.
Wildin'.
He said, who?
What?
This man is wildin'.
Yeah, you tripping.
Said Zeno is wrecking Baggio. Wildin'.
Baggio finna be crawling on that man's back with swords
I was about
dug
to
in his
say.
chest.
Zeno up there, you know, Conky's mic, fam. Come on.
Yeah.
Him,
Yeah, I got some
Bananji,
honorable
Akro.
mentions. One of them was Bananji's talk with Ohan. I really like how Bananji, as someone who he was in the north for most of his life. Hater, I'm gonna have to mute you for a bit. Oh yeah, like Bananji, he was at the north for most of his life, and he sees how Zhao, they're just content with just stalemating. Like they don't want to send a lot of troops there. They don't want to actually form a good defense. They just want that side to survive because they're focusing on the warring states. And Bananji said he doesn't have any national pride in Zhao because he kind of thinks of them as pieces of shit. Like he's like, you're just willing to let all these people in the north suffer just because y'all think just keeping it down over there in the states, like expanding your land over there is more important. And I really fuck with that. I thought that was a unique aspect to him. And then it also showed some of his morality, again, in the sense that he thinks Sei trying to unify is just a complete piece of shit movie as like a Kanki Ryofui type ideal towards that. And like Ohan basically just told him to shut the fuck up. He's like, you're really gonna talk shit when we've been warring this whole time. This is just the trajectory that our history is going to. Like however many states, like 50 states, all into 7. And now this is just like the natural flow of things. It's gonna turn into 1, and then everything's gonna be all good. And then he's like, but it's not the time for words. We both have our ideals. We're not gonna change our ideals, and it's just we're gonna have to kill each other. That's all there is to it. And he called himself Sei's Blade, which is pretty dope. And yeah, it was just a good, nice moment. Gave Bananji some good
Mate.
characterization and gave Ohan a really good fucking speech. It gave him some good morality. Yeah, it was dope.
I forgot Bananji. That was Bananji's ideal, and it's wild him and Gyoen like side by side working together, but the complete opposite. Where Gyoen wants unification and everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they still
Good
respect
touch.
each other too. Well, I don't know if Bananji knows that
Mhm.
Gyoen wants unification, but yeah.
He probably Gyoen chats a lot, man. He probably does, you know. Probably talk
Does he
about
really
some
chat a
dreams
lot?
he
He's
had.
like the fucking strong silent type.
He Gyoen?
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
Gil,
bro. He
he
talks
was
about his
mad
dreams, you
chatty.
know.
He was mad chatty this war.
For
In
Chatty with
real.
situations like that fucking they called for, like with Shin and the glaive, like he wanted to see if he was worthy of Oki's glaive.
Like
Oh, like Kane
Shin in
though.
the
Yeah.
like Shin in the glaive. Like I was about to say, like the shit he said to Kane. Him literally dying because he wanted to chat with Shin
For
and
real,
yeah.
it was. Oh yeah. Oh my god.
He has his
he
moments where
literally-
he's been chatty, but he's not like the fucking outgoing type or anything.
Well, yeah,
Man, I'm
he's
telling
not.
you,
He's
they're
not.
not ready.
Look. He's not Fute, but the nigga be talking.
Yeah.
Look, they're not ready. They're not ready for when Shin busts out Duke Hio's shield and the sword again, bro. I tell you right now,
Ooh,
won't be ready for that combo.
that would be
Yeah.
dope.
Nah,
Oh,
he's definitely rocking the glaive in the shield.
with
Nah,
that what?
hey, listen, that sword. Remember that sword, bro. That sword was a
That sword
legendary.
is special. Yeah, that sword is
Yeah.
special. But not for
And they
nothing, I think you know what I think is gonna happen? I think Kyokai's blade is gonna break. Because you know what I'm saying, we already seen like some of the jewels breaking on it or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think, and since like her lifespan is shorter and she can't use certain techniques, I think she's gonna try to use her priestess dance. The sword is gonna break, and then Shin is gonna give her that sword, and then she's gonna be more of a basic type of general. Not like a basic type, but like more of a not like a spiritual type. You know what I'm saying? Because she's still
Yeah.
using that godly chi shit.
Hold on, yeah, let's say
Yeah.
I forgot that too.
I'm
Like, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go on.
No, go
No,
ahead.
I'm
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say because like because of the whole shit and saving his life shit. What happened with that? Because I ain't gonna cap. I get some of it, but like, can she not use everything or like what?
I feel like it's just nerf. She can't go like
I
nearly
know
as
it's
deep.
like,
Nah.
yeah, I know what explain too much, but you're like, yeah, she like just nerf or like she just can't use shit or like what is that about?
She's
That's what I'm
nerve. Well, for one, she can't revive him anymore. Like if
Of course.
Shin dies
Yeah, of course.
again, that's not happening.
Yeah,
And
that's there. Yeah, that's there.
From what the sister said, like she said you can't use certain techniques, so I'm assuming shit like the deepest dance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She won't be able to do that anymore. She won't be able to like
can't do the deep dive.
you know how like it was in
Yeah.
an Omake or whatever, but like you know how like she was doing the arm wrestling shit and she
Oh,
shit
yeah,
like a
yeah,
wave
yeah.
with chi. Like that's probably weaker. Like the chi wave is probably weaker. Like stuff like that.
So
I got
basically, she's gonna have to rely on actually training her physical self now.
Yeah,
That and
pretty much.
and she's gonna have to understand like a general's weight. Cause she's like gonna be a 5,000 man commander, right? Like there's
Yeah,
no
she-
reason
yeah,
to
she-
keep her at 4,000. Like this.
Yeah,
There's no
she's
reason.
moving up. Yeah, she's moving up now. Yeah, she's moving up right now.
I still feel like she'll continue to get her breath back as the series goes on, and by end of series, she'll be like back at full strength in terms of her like mystical shit.
Yeah.
One thing,
Yeah.
like, see,
I don't know.
tell
I
me-
feel like
I'm not gonna.
I feel like
I'm
she's
not gonna-
gonna. I feel like she's gonna substitute the mystical for the weight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I got to.
I think she's gonna substitute it, but she'll like get it back at the same
Increase it.
time.
I don't know about getting back the mystical shit, but I feel like the weight that she gathers over time will eventually surpass what she had just now. So
Right.
with
Right.
weight, she'll be able to become.
Actually, you know what?
stronger than
AOK, I'm with I think I'm with Junkins and like I feel like she's gonna be like she's gonna have both the weight and the mystic shit at the same time. And I get credit, of course, it's me being a fanboy, but like being also being serious. Like I think she'll get some of it back. I don't think she got all of it. I think she'll get like, all right. So right now she's like at
The perfect
50%.
balance.
At 50%, I feel like in the series she's like at 75, 80%.
It'll reach the perfect balance.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hear that.
But what I was gonna say to you, Twale, was I ain't gonna discount that he could give her that sword. But remember, he also got Rinku's sword too.
Hey, he ain't
That would be
good.
kind of
Nah,
dope,
nah,
and it
nah.
would be not putting it
That's
to
what I'm
waste.
saying. He could give that one to her. Because remember, his sword was a
Nah,
legendary blade too.
Renko's blade was dull, and like even Renpa was saying, like you sword, like Renko only held on because Renpa gave him to him.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So
But he
in
did also
terms of,
say like he just has
quality-
to sharpen it a bit, and it's all good.
Yeah, but in terms of
Yeah.
quality swords, the one that he gave The one that Issei gave the Hyo is way better.
Yeah.
That shit
I agree, but I feel like he'll have it on his back in case he needs it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's something that'll always he won't. That's why I'm saying he wouldn't give that one up, and I could see him giving up the one Rinku gave to him, just like how you know what I'm saying. The dude Rinku, like it was Renpa who passed that sword to his right hand man, and he's gonna do the same to kill Kai, which is his right hand chick. You know what I mean? Like
at least give it to someone. Maybe Sugin, maybe Naki. Like just don't put it to waste.
Exactly, because that, like I said, it was a legendary blade, bro, and that shit, like Rinku was still taking domes off with that thing, bro.
Yeah, because I assassinate niggas.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad sword, but I'm just saying the one on his back is a better sword for Kyokai.
But yeah, I got a few more honorable mentions. These are just like one-off moments that I found pretty funny. With Marin, he's like, the Zeno clan, that they want food like now. They're getting restless. What should I do? And Kanki's like, tell him to fuck off. Tell him to like stay in check. And he's like, really? You expect me to do that? He's like, I'll buy you a nice grave. Like Kanki's hilarious, bro.
Listen. I ain't gonna cap. Listen, Kanki's army is the best army in the whole series, bro. Because they interactions are hilarious, bro. And these niggas are so passive aggressive and just weird with each other. It's hilarious.
All right, so if we going on funny moments now, it has to be when Maron is like, "Yo, boss, I'm leaving with or without you."
He's like, "You want to die? Like, you could get that. That's fine."
Nah. He's like, calm your ass. He's like, "Boss, the Roboku army is coming." He's like, "Shit, boss, we at our end. We gotta go. Calm your ass down, Maron. Boss, I'm leaving with or without you, my nigga. I don't care. Yo, my nigga, I told you, calm your ass down. Like,
Yo, he's like, "I'll build you a nice grave, motherfucker. Like, I'm out of here."
Bro, Marin and Kanki is hilarious, bro, because them niggas be talking so much shit.
Oh, man, that shit was so funny. Because he literally said nothing but calm your ass down.
This guy's the one to share his plans.
Sweating like,
he literally can say, calm the fuck down, nigga. Like, it's cool. Hey, fam, I get that, but listen, I'm finna dip anyway. Nigga, relax.
Where you dipping to? That's the question. Like, calm your ass down. Yo, that shit was hilarious.
Another funny moment was when Oki and Rinshoujo met, and Rokuomi was like, "You better thank your fucking ancestors that this river happened to be here." And Chikari's like, "Only a cretin like yourself would attribute this to luck. Clearly it was our master that planned this."
Just a fact. Hold on. Listen, I don't wait real quick. It's like the dumbest thing Haruka did the whole war. Was try to fucking humanize Hoken. Like Hoken is the one brute, like, you know what I'm saying, meathead. He don't need to be humanized. I don't give a fuck about his backstory. I liked him being a retarded meathead that came out, yells, and killed niggas.
I agree and disagree.
Don't forget the add-in that runs from mobile.
And again, it wasn't mobile. That was a fake. That was a fake, but anywho, like I said,
that was him.
Well, yeah, the real one did run at the start.
Listen, I ain't had this right now, but look, I'm saying, like, bro, for Hard to go ahead and like try to humanize, give a whole backstory about the bullshit and all that. Listen, I don't know about y'all. I gave two fucks about all that shit, bro. I really didn't care nothing about that, and none of that. Like, to me, it was a waste of waste of pages and stuff, and like, I don't see why he wanted to humanize Hoken at all. I don't get why. Like, he was doing good having him be a meathead.
I ain't gonna hold you.
That made sense was that it actually gave us the connection between him and Roboku.
Yeah.
And that was the part I hated the most.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel that, yeah.
Because look, what I'm saying though is, bruh, this man goes around whacking off on strong people, just clapping them. All right, if Roboku's strong, the fuck is he doing being friends with him? You feel me?
No, Hoken must have trained him, innit? That's what I think.
Yeah, must have. Because Roboku was trash before he met Roboku. I mean, before he met Hoken. Trash.
That boy was
trash.
That boy was on death's door.
I don't care what no Roboku fan got to tell me. Your boy owes everything to Hoken.
Hey, listen, Twale. That's a fact. Listen, Twale. That's a fact. But guess what? He's still better than Olsen. That's a fact. He better than Olsen. I don't give a fuck.
What?
Hey, fuck out of here, Jay. Well, don't start this. You know you're gonna get bodied.
I'm here for this.
Listen, you better stop the stream or start a part 2, my nigga.
Yeah, let's just keep going over honorable mentions because I got a few more.
Oh yeah,
A dope one was when Gyoun he pulled up on Chagari and he's like, "Remember our master's words? Like, this is it. This is the Scarlet Fields." And it was fucking awesome how they were like basically living like what 20 years, and they felt like it was all meaningless. It was a meaningless existence, and they're like it wasn't meaningless at all. Like everything was for this moment, and seeing their passion, they were just like fucking going apeshit. That was fucking awesome. I really like Yone's final words with the sword must complete its downward stroke. Basically like some Akainu absolute justice shit. Basically telling them like if you have to do something fucked up to achieve unification, like you have to do it, because if you don't and you fail, then killing all these people up till now for unification, it's like spitting on them like it was all for nothing. And I'm really interested in if this is going to be like a plot point in the future. Like, let's say Ohan or Shin, like, they're put in a tough scenario where they might have to do something not as extreme as what Hakuki did, but like something along those lines. And then like they think back to Gyo and they're like, shit, like the fucking unification sword, it has to complete its downward stroke. And like maybe Ohan wants to do it, but Shin is against it, and they have like some conflict or something. I don't know, but I want to see it brought up in the future.
I'm mad that they didn't do a little bit of, I don't know, they might do a little bit deeper dive into the boys master, because bro, the way Gayun and Chigiri talked about the man, like he was like the most dominant person when he was at full health. Like
yeah, they had to up a lot. You know,
like there was nobody on his level.
Yeah, listen, they were talking like that nigga was God. Like nigga,
Listen,
you
gotta understand, like it wasn't specifically stated, but from the little hints we got, it looked like Gyo-un was a slave, and
Yeah, it was like some wrinkle type
like,
shit.
Yeah, and like what you call it, Rin Shoujo picked him up and raised him and trained him. So it's like he might not have been like the most absolute god, but like to them he was. Kind of like how Bihei and them look at Shin, like, man, anybody ever try anything, you know what I'm saying? Bihei and them is
listen, fam, listen.
Hold on though. This is my thing. They say he was one of the three great heavens, right? And that these two people under him would challenge people like Oki and stuff. Like Gayun would fight. Like if he's fighting Oki and D, he's under this dude. Who is? But that's because when Shoujo was a strategist, he wasn't a fighter, so he couldn't fight Oki and them. He needed Gyo-un to fight. That's why he had 10 generals under him, and 8 of them died after he did because they were so sad. He was the type of nigga that he's like 10. He's mad, like he's not like 10. He's like a he's what Roboku needs, honestly. A smart nigga with like 10 capable generals underneath him.
He has Bananji, which is very similar to Gyoen, aside from instinct.
Yeah, but I'm saying, fucking one of the Earls got clapped by Siryu. Easy breezy too. Like, are you really a woman type? Like, nigga, she clapped him 3 strokes. Yeah. Like, that pussy real good. Like,
hold on, wait. Listen, wait. Hey, that bitch with Osen. Hey, listen, the big bitch with Osen. Hey, I ain't gonna cap. She came with one of my favorite bitches. She was one of my favorite bitches, bro. She was okay. Greasy to all these niggas, bro. Turning greasy to all these niggas. Like she was out here doing her shit. I fuck with her.
She was putting in work.
Bro, she was gonna get to Riboku's HQ without anybody stopping her. Riboku didn't see it coming. He didn't have like a trap in place. Like she got past everyone, and they were like, "Oh shit, she's actually this close."
That's a fact.
And then what happened? And then what happened? The fucking cheat code name.
Yeah, the Pokemon had to show up conveniently.
They say God showed up. Hey, stop everything.
And literally, Hoken came through like a Pokemon and used fucking Roar, and everybody stopped, my nigga. Like that.
Twilight, that shit, bro. I ain't gonna count. When I saw that, bro, that was hilarious.
He hit him with the whirlwind and started blowing
bro. No, listen, Twilight, even better than that. This nigga Hoken, bro, this is probably the most dumbest, hypest thing that happened. Nigga Hoken snuck into their camp, killed everybody, and then dipped for like a couple days. That shit is hilarious.
Word, like that's another thing. That's another thing. What drew this crazy? Like, what drew you? Who was you trying to fight? Because Gramps was not it, my nigga. Moten was not it.
Moten the GOAT, you know what I'm saying?
Who are you challenging, right? Who are you challenging right now that you are proving yourself worthy to the gods that you are saving humanity? Please explain that to me.
Shit, if he got challenged by Bayo Shin and like he actually went to him, then fuck, like Moten, yeah, for sure.
No, Twilight, and the dead of night, everybody knocked the fuck out, and you just tiptoeing around these niggas' camp.
Cooking rabbit. They was cooking a rabbit that they found. Like, yo, thank the Lord, we got something for Moten Sama. It's gonna be nice and good for Mo. What? Who are you? Good. Oh, damn. You know what it was? Hogan must have been hungry. That's what it was. Hogan was hungry.
Bro,
Nigga, he can't be right, bro. They can't be, bro. Nigga got done eating like 20 tigers. He can't be hungry. Like,
Tigers.
like, shit, like.
You know how many calories it burns just being the booster? That roar alone. If Toriko taught me anything, that roar alone takes up like 20,000 calories.
Bro, listen, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, this thing. Ain't no Hogan fan. I get like the bullshit that comes to him. It's just hilarious how hard uses this nigga in this war. Nigga, literally, it's weird. The nigga saying uses Oki's glaive and like a bat signal just calls Hogan to the war. That's to the whole war. That's the most dumbest thing. I don't get it. Like, he has like a whole Oki sense.
That's the only thing that made sense.
It's weird. It is like he again. She uses the glaive. Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. All right, bet. Hold on. Okay, bet. I gotta go here. Like, how does he have like?
That was his whole MO. He senses out strong people and challenges them. That's why he found Kyo. That's how he found Oki the first time. That's how he found Shin and Kyokai the first time, thinking they were fucking Oki.
But
you know what I'm saying? So that part made sense. Why the fuck did he pop up at Gramps camp though? Is what I'm trying to understand.
Twilight. Bro, Twilight, my thing is, does this nigga have a Oki since like the Oki put it on him that bad to where like everything, if anything Oki related happens, he gotta pull up. This nigga has a whole Oki sense in his brain.
That's exactly what it is. Think about it. And if the first time they fought, Oki gave him that good business. You know what I'm saying? Quick hands. Didn't want no parts of the glaive, right?
That's a fact.
Then Oki was like, you know what? I'm done with it. Shoot this nigga. They thought they killed him, right? Left this nigga for dead. So then he came back like 7 years later or 17 years later, whatever the case may be, and then still couldn't beat this dude. Needed an arrow in the back, and the dude still got away breathing.
That's a fact.
Next thing you know, you got this little nigga's protege doing the same fucking thing. Like, yo, it's like, all right, hold up. Wait a minute. You mean, all right, Oki, I give it to you. You got the skills, like, right? Big lip, no, like, yo, the Fufu Sama, you got it, right? Then Toe came out of nowhere, stopped the killing blow with the white eye. Bro, Toe stopped him with the, why not? Toe stopped him with the white eyes. And if we know anything about Hoken, when his mind is shaken, like it was after Oki got hit with the arrow, he's getting baby shaked by anybody who's worth a damn. So Toe would have got in that man's, yo, listen, don't make me go through this. Hold on. Mystique, where you at?
Hoken had tunnel vision on Oki, like he didn't even focus at anyone else. Cool. He just swung. Toe came out of nowhere.
No, that's cool too, but like I said, if we know anything about Hoken, when his mental state is in fluxure, he is weakened. And he was definitely in fluxure after Oki got hit with the arrow. So after what?
Twice said right. Twice said right. Fam. Listen, he won't fluster. Then that nigga soul left his body after Oki put that glaive on him. That nigga soul left his body. That nigga was lost. That nigga was lost. Listen, that nigga was lost. Like he was like, hold on. He was like, all this time. I just said all this training out there I done did, and I still can't. Why are you so strong, nigga? You supposed to be dead, nigga. Why are you even this strong still? That nigga was so lost, like he was so lost in life, like he
went out so sad,
like
bro.
His life meant nothing.
And like I said,
he was gonna go out sad.
And then his protege, this little nigga named Shin, is out here. He fought you at Sai, made you run away. No cap. Niggas told you, yo, if you keep fighting, you at the end of your ropes. You at the end. You know what I'm saying? You at the end. So the little man made you run away. You've been training in the woods ever since. You literally got the fucking glaive dar. Like literally, when he mastered that joke, you literally sensed it, right? Came to the battle, made your presence known, and then got clapped. Not clapped.
I'm glad he didn't have any major.
Bro, I actually thought when Shin was gonna kill Hoken, he was gonna like explain the weight of a general. He's gonna actually teach it to him, then kill him. if Hogan doesn't gain weight. Not even that, bro. He just died like a dog. He just said, "What are you guys?" and then he just got cut in half, bro. Like he didn't. It was like the most disrespectful fucking kill ever.
And honestly, I thought this man was running away after his glaive got broke, and I was like, oh no.
That
Oh
would have
no!
been
But
fucking something.
He tried, you know what I'm saying? But he tried like the little back swing.
Like
I thought he was dead trying to run away.
The whole time.
Yo,
like,
you lagging, bro.
was dead.
Try to go again. You might be good now.
Oh, am I lagging right now? Is it me?
Yeah, you good. You good. Yeah.
Okay, bet.
So
No,
what
I
were you saying?
was good. I was good. That's probably me lagging for like back from like 2 minutes ago. I'm sorry. That's me. I'm good. I was.
So yeah, some other moments I wanted to talk about was Shin pulling up to Ohan's HQ when he was near death, fucking making Kyokai giving him the medicine. I thought that was really dope because he looked like so dignified. He was so like calm. He had like his hands on that I forgot what the dude's name is, but he's the brother of that fat guy that died under Ohan's unit. He like put his hands on his shoulders, like everything's gonna be okay. He did the same to Banyo. Like it was just such a great display of leadership, and it just showed how much Shin matured.
He didn't want to go in because he knew. Going in is just not the one right now.
Yeah, he knew Ohan wouldn't want to see him like that, and he didn't want to see him like that either. So, is what it is.
That's good. Another dope moment was when at Retsubi and Moten and the rest with Kanki were going through the plans, and Kanki just
What makes you think there isn't a fourth fucking option, you little youngins?
Hey, even your tower didn't know shit. That was dope.
Bro, when Osen is sitting down and planning whilst Akko going off.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was
dope.
oof.
The Osen reveal in general, like we thought we got hoed because Osen barely got any screen time for most of the series, and they're like, okay, this is against Riboku, this is gonna be one of the biggest arcs yet. This is Osen's time, and it's like, nope, Kanki, and there's Yotano, and then we're like, finally, fucking Osen, like he's about to go fucking in the top 2 mines in China. They're about to go head to head. Like that was one of the hypest moments for people. Like when they saw that reveal, they got crazy.
Yeah,
listen, look out. I'm not an Osen dude. You know how I feel about Osen and everything, but I ain't gonna cap. Even though I knew Osen was that nigga, this was showing me that Osen really is that nigga. Like again, I'm saying again, I know he that nigga. So I know how y'all feel, you Osen fam. I know how y'all feel. He that nigga. I get that. But seeing him and Roboku playing 100D chess with each other. It's some shit, man. Listen, this is some shit I ain't never seen in any other series. These niggas are literally playing like 100D chess. It's like
averages the time, bro.
It's like, bro, listen. You thought of this? Okay, bet. I mean, that's a good plan, but I already planned around that anyway. Oh, you had a counter for that? All right, bet. But I knew you were gonna do that anyway, so I had to set up anyway. I'm like, bro, like nigga, like these niggas is worse than Aizen, worse than any villain ever in history, because these niggas had counters that you would not think they should even have in their back pocket, and they put them out.
The worst thing for me is that their actual clash was just off screen, and I feel like Hara has to show it in the next invasion to make up for that. Because I thought we were actually gonna see like an in-depth Osen versus Riboku battle, and it didn't happen, which was tragic.
I kind of liked it though too, like how he was saying, like it was a good moment at the beginning of the arc when we saw. Like when they were at the Sukai Plains, when both of them arrived and they didn't even have nobody with them. And they was like going over the whole battlefield just in their heads, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
the parallels were fucking on point.
Throughout the entire arc, they were
I wonder if it went the way they wanted it, you know?
You see them paralleling. I love that little addition. Throughout the entire arc, Hara was doing that shit.
They was playing 100D chess, bro. Keep telling they playing 100D chess.
Good enough hype for me,
he made him look as equal as they could have looked, bro.
Yeah,
exactly. The dude won't get enough hype.
The only difference is Roboku is more active, while Osen is like he has a more long stretching plan.
Yeah.
Where Roboku makes a plan and then he'll react like on the fly.
Yeah,
and get involved if he has to.
Yeah, because if something went wrong in Osen's long-term plan, especially in this war, it would have been a sticky situation. If the awakening shit didn't happen, he bet all on that, right? And this is a guy that we kept knowing, like throughout the entire series, they've been telling us he will never fight a losing battle, right? Yep. So the fact that he had that much investment into this was just that showed me that he actually had a lot of fucking faith in Shin.
I
Yeah,
mean,
because Shin had like a mini awakening for like every single major war, pretty much. So we knew
yeah,
Shin
yeah.
had it, and then he knows Ohan's his heir, so.
Yeah.
And then Ohon Shin's rivals. It's like if Shin pulls off some crazy shit, Ohon has no choice but to do something in kind.
Yeah.
Mm.
Like that's just how his mentality is. So it's like
Yeah.
it was a slight gamble.
He's definitely better at reading people's strengths than Riboku is, because Riboku's been underestimating Shin for who knows how
Way
long.
too
And
long.
even
yeah.
then, he was like,
God.
they have no chance of beating Chogaryu. They have no chance of punching through the fucking left wing. Like, he was so
Yeah,
cocky.
Yeah, it was
That was a
just, yeah.
legit. That was a legit assessment though. When
It wasn't, though.
Yogun,
It really
Banagi,
wasn't.
and Shogaru, like these three heavyweights against Shin and
But they lost. That's the
Mm.
problem. Because even after Uhon was taken out as per Riboku's plan, when they went after Shin clapped back in a hard way.
Yeah.
Hold on, wait. You know what's crazy? It is just crazy too that even though we know that Shin that nigga, in the grand scheme of like the Kingdom world, Shin's still a little nigga to all these niggas. That's the crazy
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that's true.
Not
Like,
no
Shin's
more.
still a little nigga.
Not no
Yeah,
more.
not no more.
Even
Not no more.
it's like-
Not no more.
He killed Hoken. He
That
killed
is true.
Hoken, bro. Not
That
no
is
more.
true.
Like
Hoken
before
went
this
from
war,
0
I
to
give
0
it to you.
Oki.
I give it to you, but like that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like Riboku went from nobody because Hoken killed Oki with his plan, and because Hoken killed Gekishin with Riboku's plan. So Shin killing Hoken, oh yeah, now Shin's on everybody's map now.
Everybody,
That's
man.
a fact.
It's
I
insane.
get.
I hope
I'll
next
give you
chapter is
even though,
dedicated
like,
to that, actually. Just speaking of the clout that Osen, Yotanwa, and the Monster Trio got, I just want, like, around the world type shit where they just get massive hype.
Yeah, I would love that.
Honestly?
Olsen, y'all think he getting the Supreme Commander? Supreme Commander, Great General?
He should.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Him and
They-
Kanki
listen,
don't must.
He has
If they
to.
don't-
I think he has to.
If they don't give it to him, that will incite a revolt. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
exactly.
nigga.
If they don't give it to him,
Like-
that has to be a plot line. It has to be a plot line of some sort. Maybe not a revolt, but it has to be something.
No.
Like-
that would be his trigger to be like, all right, no matter what I do, they're not gonna trust me. Like, my nigga, I just brought you the biggest prize in this kingdom's history.
No,
Fuck
but
outta
he
here.
was willing to
Like-
snake them while during the war though, literally.
Yeah, I
No,
can't buy the not trusting anymore when they trusted him with this fucking war.
Yeah, I don't
Don't
think it's a
listen.
trusting. I feel
He's
like
gonna-
they need to have a conversation. Say and Olsen need
Don't
to
be
sit
putting
down
enough
and need
hype
to
on my
talk.
dog.
Yeah,
We
so
need dialogue.
that's either gonna happen
Let the
soon,
old-
or it's gonna be saved until the 6GG get brought up, and then Say has a one-on-one with all of them, because King Show is close with all the 6GGs, so I feel like Say needs to be close with everyone too.
Yeah. And that's why I also think
that
Kanki
dude
can't
on
be
the
a
whole hand is a
6GG.
beast. He don't get enough hype.
I'ma
bro.
say
The dude who saved Aku, I think his name.
Akakin.
Alkakin? Yeah, for sure.
Akakin
He's
is
a monster.
Like, again, third
Yeah,
favorite
he's a
character. Third
monster.
favorite new
Yep.
character. We definitely got to do that stream.
Top 5 characters in
Oh
this
yeah,
arc?
it's a lot of niggas.
Top 5 new characters.
Oh, new
people that
That's
characters?
was
man. That's some niggas I fuck with that came out of nowhere. That's niggas I fuck with every now.
introduced. Saying,
All the
I don't
characters
even need to
pretty
write my
much
list
carry,
down.
You know.
Yeah, I don't need to either. I already know it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got any other moments we want to talk about, or are we looking to end it?
I guess one last parallel between Austin and Roboco was when Austin was going to Gil, and SJ asked him, what do you think Austin is doing? And he's like, he's definitely going to see Gil if I was him. And we just see him do that, which was dope.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Sure.
that's all I got.
There's also some other like strategical moments, like the joints. That defense was fucking broken. There was Chogaryu and Riboku's plan, which is really impressive that Chogaryu was able to come up with it as well, with the Gakue troops coming in, and they think it was just because their rage boost, they want to avenge Gakue, and then Gyoun dips at the perfect time, and it's like the perfect timing, so they don't see him because of the Gakue troops. And then he comes in after Gyokuho, and because of his instincts, he's able to like maneuver through the gaps, so by the time Ohan realizes he's there, it's already too late. I think that was really dope. Awesome strategy. But yeah, I think we went over most of it. Kyogai had some cool moments, like when they were encircled by Chogaryu, she was like jumping from like major commander to major commander, fucking shit up, and it's what made Shin getting out possible. Which, big props to Chogaryu, because Shin and Kyokai are both monstrous commanders, and Ten is really good as well. 3 like really, really high tier commanders, and Chogaryu pushed them to like extreme diff pretty much, so Chogaryu a monster just like Gyoun for sure.
Mhm.
And of course her plan against Gyoun as well. Gyoun, fucking monster as well. All 3 of them, they had to go extreme diff just to tie with him. That was crazy. But yeah.
I don't know if y'all mentioned the I forgot. I forget his name, but the Archer brother, Jin's brother, when he finally got his first kill.
Oh yeah, we
That was
mentioned
set
that.
up
Yeah.
The
for
fucking
Light.
Kamehameha shit. That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in somebody's top 5.
Yeah.
In,
Nah, 'cause
Live's
that
top
was set
5.
up nicely, bro. I was expecting
Even
that
though
for a minute.
what Jin did at Retsubi was pretty dope too.
Yeah, I'd
He
say.
was
Yeah.
my man,
was going off.
bro, 10 for 10.
Rapid fire,
bow,
dog.
bow, bow. Hitting
Yeah.
people through their shields, hitting commanders. Like, see that's the problem when you got all your jewelry and you flapping and stand out. You get hit with a sniper rifle.
That's the problem when you have a Zhao brain. It is what it is.
And the fact that he was hitting all the left eye at first, it was just crazy. Like,
Hold on, I don't know. Wait, too. Also, too. What else I like too about this? It's something small, but it's me something big. Is this bitch Karen? Listen, listen. Niggas gonna sleep. Listen, Karen is top 5 bitch people all in the whole series. Listen, Karen be out here giving game about what be happening in the story. Like she was like, nigga, I don't know why the fuck this nigga Boku ain't won yet, nigga. Shit, if I were him, I would have did this. I'm like she be out here just low key just observing shit and just be giving game. I'm like, bet. Like
She was sleeping on the man that handed her biggest doll in her life, so she got what was coming to her.
If she was at Shukai, it will end in one day, bro. Like, it ain't lost in 15.
I ain't gonna lie, she was right. Like if they sent out the 100K, but I'm saying that would have been overkill.
Yeah.
He would have had like he would have had like what 220,000 versus 88,000.
Hey, listen,
That's just not fair.
Time, though, like,
Hey, but we have to though. Again, that's Karen. No, Karen's like, listen, fuck all that shit. I'm finna kill you with a woman for it. Like, no, Karen's about force. Like, she'll throw it. Like,
Yeah, she definitely would have did it.
Yeah, she would just do everything at him. Like, man, fuck this shit. I ain't got time for this.
Especially since she got her own army of 300,000.
Yeah,
it's a fact.
But when I was reading Austin and Revoku's chat today, when I was looking for the top 5 moments, Austin called the Kantan army, the mighty army of Kantan, so they're probably on a different level to even Revoku's army. So
I wouldn't say they're on a different level, but they were also called the elites in other situations. So yeah, they're definitely going to be strong.
Yeah, but at least everyone says they got elites, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nah, but did you see the way? Nah, if the 2 niggas that pulled up on Revoku are any indication, these niggas is nasty. Because they literally pulled up, put needles to Kanye neck and the other dude neck, like, yo, if you don't come, we kill them. Like, simple as that.
They're just lucky Bananji wasn't there.
Bananji, Fute, where was everyone? Like, what the fuck?
No hesitation either.
You're about to make all this dude. But yeah.
So it's like,
that's all that we got to talk about then. It was a good stream. Really good combo. I enjoyed it a lot. Look for some more in the future. Maybe soon. I'm also going to do a One Piece discussion when the chapter comes out.
Bro, why are you gonna talk about? Let me quiet. Let me quiet. I do that.
I mentioned it once, you motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. But yeah.
I ain't finna do it.
Good discussion. Dope stream. Peace out.
Say 5